Like, I can hold a full conversation while asleep, so I'm
And
not
we're
even like fully
live.
awake when he's yelling at me.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're just
um,
talking about how alarms don't wake people up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah.
I forgot to log into Sirenscape. It's fine.
Oopsie.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all cool. It's cool. As you guys can see, we're down a couple players, unfortunately. We have Kiara, whose brother is still in town, and Rojan, who's not feeling so hot at the moment. So it is just the four of them today, but that's okay because we are heading back to the Citadel. So what happened
Until we,
last was, what was that?
so I say until we crash a ship in some unknown planet.
Yeah, who's driving the ship if Brockus isn't here?
Dibs.
No, he's there. Yeah. Mercy, that's who. No,
Oh.
so we we left off with you guys were able to successfully rescue the scientists off of the planet, and you are currently escorting them back to the Citadel. However, on your way back, your friend Jamar suddenly fell unconscious, and without knowing why, you guys quickly turned around and went to the nearest, what you thought was a medical facility to help him, realizing later, after coming face to face with a new ally of yours, a Turian Blackwatch, by the name of Iolis, who said that no, it is a Cerberus facility where they do a bunch of experiments. So you guys teamed up together, were able to defeat maybe the leader, not sure, but one of the big baddies that wanted him, and were able to exchange information, gain a brand new ally, and be on your way back to the Citadel. So at this point, go ahead and turn that beautiful computer music back up now. Let me know if it's too loud, guys, or too low. It's just ambiance. But first things first, guys are back on the ship now, making your way back to the Citadel. I know we kind of did the whole 2-week trip thing already. We just wanted to kind of get that out of the way. But as you were on your way, Vera, one of the mornings you wake up and you hear your Varen kind of huffing and puffing. There definitely sounds you've recognized to them just being nervous. And you open up your eyes, and you turn around to look at them, their cage being on the other side of the room from you, and you see what looks like a female Turian standing before you at the end of your bed, just staring at you.
I immediately grab the nearest gun. I figure Vera always has a gun in arm's reach. It's just who she is.
Sounds about right.
and point it directly at this Turian. Who are you, and why are you in my room on our ship?
Voice recognition confirmed. Lieutenant Vera Kieran, I am at your service. I am model 8874 AL6-4 at your service.
What?
And as you see them finish their sentence, you see almost like a shimmer that you've seen before that looks almost like a hologram. But it looks so real compared to what you've seen before. There's actual color on the face, being kind of a tanned, grayish tan-skinned Turian with kind of aquamarine looking markings on the face and bright blue eyes. And continues to stare at you.
Where did you come from?
I have been programmed to serve you. I am part of your network now.
Programmed? What are you?
I am model 8874 AL6-4 at your service. A soldier to serve you.
And how did you get here?
Through your Omnitool device, I was here to help you. Until my services are no longer needed, Lieutenant Vera Kieran.
Right. Give me a moment. I'm gonna page Jamar's Omni tool.
What time is it?
It's early in the morning.
Okay, I'm already awake. Great.
By Vera, since she usually gets up early to run anyway, it's probably a good 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Yeah, I'm already awake. Okay.
Jamar, can you come
Yes?
to my room for a moment, please?
Odd request. Why?
I have a guest. I would like you to examine her.
You realize I'm not the doctor here. That would be Mel.
I think your expertise are a little more suited at the moment.
Okay. I'm assuming this is urgently, not when I happen to get up there.
The sooner, the better. I don't think she's hostile, but she's unique.
Will you keep your room locked?
I do.
Fine. Mark puts down the project he's working on,
Of course.
power walks to Vera's room at this point.
Okay. And all of your quarters are not too far from each other. The only one that's probably somewhat further away is Mel's because of the engine room, but you all are pretty close near each other, so it takes you seconds to get to her room.
And here's the real test. Smack the console to open the door.
It's locked.
Jamar, that's not a problem.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
got a thing for this. Just give me a moment.
A lock is just a challenge.
No, a
Maybe.
lock's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
I was gonna say no, it's a nuisance for him. And you can hear on the other side, you can hear Jamar tinkering Vera.
I assume our Omni tools can like interface with the ship's systems.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Okay, I'll just open the door from where I am. I don't have my gun pointed at the other Tyrian anymore, but I'm still like just sitting upright in bed staring at them.
It was also
Okay.
a 23 electronics roll to crack the door.
Yeah, you would have been able to. But just for Jamar's satisfaction, he would have been able to open it up.
Probably faster than you would have been able to get to the door. Like,
So inside you see this Turian, looks just like a solid flesh and blood Turian, wearing a kind of silver and aquamarine colored looking armor. Looks pretty heavy, looks like a soldier of sorts, with that same grayish tan skin, the markings, and these piercing bright blue eyes.
immediately pull up the phalanx and point at the back of her head.
No need, I don't think. Jamar, this is...
That wasn't where we had guests.
Oh, neither was I until moments ago.
And your door was locked.
It was, yes.
So you must have let her in.
I
Her
guess.
doors work.
In a way, Lieutenant Vera has let me in. I am now programmed on her Omni tool to serve her.
Oh, hell.
Yeah. I think she's a program of some kind, or she looks a lot more material than any program I've had on my
I am an
Omni
advanced
tool.
version of any AI that you have encountered. I am able to fight for you and be solid for it.
I walk over and promptly just grab Vera's arm and yank so I can see the Omni tool.
Okay. And
What
you
have
do
you done?
you in fact see a new program that has been installed on her Omni tool with the model that the program has said its identification is. At least to Vera.
Vera, what the hell is this? Where'd you get it? What did you interface with?
I don't. Well, I did briefly interface with Iolus's Omni tool. You don't suppose she came from him, do you?
What kind of role would you like for me to figure out where the heck this came from?
Let's do an electronics roll.
Neat. Ooh, that's a good roll. That's 29.
Oh God. Okay, yeah. So as when you yank her arm and look at the Omni tool, and you're trying to you're shifting the arm around while you're trying to do your own thing on the Omni tool, and you notice when you look back up, as you're moving her arm, you notice a shimmer on the Omni tool text, and the text that is showing up that is the model number for this person. You notice it shifts into what looks like rune markings, and you recognize them as Prothean.
Can I identify what type of program it is?
You can very easily, actually, with that. It is, in fact, a fighting program where it is programmed to obey and protect Vera and her commands. And because it is programmed that way, it is not, from what you can see, hostile. There's no virus. With that role, you're not able to see any kind of virus or anything that would jeopardize the crew or her Omni tool in any way. It seems to be completely clean and legit.
Does it come with a remove or transfer feature?
It does not. However, you do see what looks like a fine line under the model identification and everything, that once the Turian itself has become terminated in battle, they are terminated from good from the Omni tool.
Well, Vera, good news. It won't murder you.
That's very good news.
It's Prothean. And you're stuck with it.
Prothean.
Also, if it dies, it auto-deletes itself.
Oh,
So, take care of it. It's kind of like a pet.
I suppose.
With a little more intelligence than your average Varen.
Okay.
But it's Prothean, so that's a you problem now.
Well, thanks for looking it over anyway, Jamar. If you say it's safe, I believe you.
But I don't know if it comes with an on-off feature. That's yet again something you might have to figure out.
Right. Excuse me, model 8874 dash whatever you said your model number was. Do you have a shorter name, something that I can call you?
My name is 8874 AL6-4. Would you like to give me a name? You can register it now if you'd like.
I'll give it some thought and I'll let you know. Do you know where you are?
Yes, I am on the Mimsy Prime.
Oh, and it is actually registered as that, isn't it? Lovely.
Fun note, since it's linked to your Omni tool, it probably is uplinked into the ship system because you've done so.
Indeed, I am. Do not worry, I am not interested in dealing with anything of the functionality of the ship. I am here solely to protect and serve.
Right.
Vera,
Yeah.
at some point you need to come down to the workshop. I want to see if I can dig more into that. I'm curious.
Of course, if that's okay.
More information I can get about that, the better.
I mean, this is. They said they were more advanced than any AI that I would have come across before. Do you think that they are like a a full-blown AI type of... Should I not let the Corian on board know about this?
If someone has a problem, she might just shoot them. So, I mean,
suppose.
she's here to defend you. So, any threat to you is a threat to her. So,
Yeah. Maybe I
wonder
will...
how far, what her distance is that she can be active from you. Huh.
That's a good question. Maybe she has an answer for that. Can you remain active regardless of distance between us, or do we have to be in certain proximity of each other?
You are correct from your first assumption. As long as I am active, I am always around. Even if you want to send me off on an errand or anything else, I am always here.
Interesting.
I wonder if it knows how to operate anything outside of firearms. Yet again,
Indeed it can.
questions.
If you program me so, I can. Although I did come with some prerequisites there, possibly to your liking, Lieutenant Vera.
Well, perhaps we can spend the morning familiarizing ourselves with your abilities. After I, wake up, which I have yet to actually do, we can, I don't know, head to a sparring room or something, see what you're capable of.
I know where it is located. I have the map inside my own technology now. Would you like me to meet you there?
Yes, please. If anyone stops you on the way and asks who you are, just...
I might be able to help with that. Is there any way I can add a tiny subroutine into the program to display the M6 badge on her?
Yes, you can. She is programmable within reason, so you actually could do that if you wanted to.
Vera, give me 30 seconds. I can solve a problem for you.
Okay.
And I do exactly that.
That's easy enough to do. You don't even have to do a roll until you see the patch up on the side of their armor.
There you go. Problem solved. Can I go back to what I was doing?
Yeah, I think so.
As I said, if you want to know more at some point, swing by my workshop and we'll plug your Omni tool into something and see if I can find out more.
Yeah, perhaps we can make time for that.
In the meantime, I have a firearm to finish for Dreskar, so I can work on what's next on my list.
You've got a pretty big list.
I posted it on the board. Either way, I need to finish the thing for Dreskar before I can do anything else.
Oh, and Jamar, remind me before we reach the Citadel. I've got some things I've been making as well that I would like to give you and others.
Do they
But
explode?
They do explode.
Good.
I thought you might like that.
Here's my list.
Yeah, are you shifting to a different thing now? I remember you did.
No.
I just for the life of me can't remember which one.
No,
it was.
I have to finish that pistol, and I don't remember how long I have left on it.
You technically are done. You already did the rolls for it. It just won't be done until you get to the Citadel and perhaps a few
Okay.
hours after, and then it will be pretty much completed. So you're almost entirely done with that pistol
I
project.
feel like there was a shotgun on the list.
Yes,
Probably.
Brockus did ask you to
There's a
Yes.
shotgun
upgrade
on
his
the
shotgun.
list. Yeah. So I think the shotgun's next up on the list. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to head back down and do. And then,
Okay.
I'm going to do my normal morning routine and then meet this AI in the sparring room to familiarize myself with her combat capabilities.
Okay. And as you walk into the sparring room, they give you a military salute as you enter.
I just salute back out of instinct.
Did you want to spend time like conversing with her, or did you just kind of want to just study her and take the next few days just kind of understanding this program?
I think I'm just gonna kind of study her at first, figure out what she's capable of combat-wise, how she acts and reacts to certain combat situations, since she did say she was here to kind of help protect me. And once that's out of the way, and once I think of an actual name and stuff for her, then we can get to the more personal stuff, I think.
Okay, so you are able to, let me go ahead and pull this up. You are able to dip into their program, and if you need any assistance, you would have plenty of time over the rest of this course to get Jamar or anyone else to kind of help you out with this. But you are able to see their stats and what their strengths and weaknesses are. You are also able to see what their quote-unquote gear are, as well as their weaponry. So you know that what their capabilities are during this time. And I would take it that you would probably think of a name during the time.
Yeah,
You haven't thought of one
I
yet.
as the player haven't thought of a name yet, but
Right.
We'll come up with something. While sparring with her, do I get the feeling that her movements and her decisions are like, do they feel very programmed, or do they feel very fluid and almost organic in the way it makes decisions?
It feels almost organic, like they're their own person. They are able to have their own thoughts when it comes to being in combat. It's just a matter of if you want something specifically done, they turn to you for guidance. Otherwise, they are capable of fighting and thinking of their own tactics within battle, as if it was a solid organism.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I am going to sit here for a few minutes trying to think of a name. So.
Okay. All right. You take your time. And since, like I said last time, we kind of did the whole what are we doing on this trip, I assume you tell everyone eventually on the ship that you got a companion. Before Brockus shoots it.
I would leave the companion somewhere while I go tell everyone, and then introduce the companion to them.
You use the word companion.
Yeah. Because she hasn't come up with a name yet, so she's just, and she feels weird and a little, feels taboo to say, you know, hey, this is my AI friend. Welcome to the fucking Geth all over again. So she's reluctant to actually say AI. So yeah, probably companion.
You probably get teased for having a companion.
That kind of companion.
This isn't Firefly.
Can't prove it.
You don't
Okay.
judge here.
Yeah. We approve in AI companions. So you guys are able, after, when you got back on course, it was a little less than 2 weeks at that point. So you guys are able to get back on the Citadel. You guys were able to get, your parking spot is always guaranteed. So you guys never have to worry about that. No parking fee or anything like that. Other than just letting the person at the docks know that you are there, of course. At this point, because you guys technically did have a little bit of a space battle, a little bit of crazy that happened on your way there on your mission originally, Mel and Brockus wanted to kind of do some analytics and just kind of make sure that the ship is back in tip-top shape. So they have decided to stay behind to tend to the ship's needs. And will call you on the Omni tool if they need anything additional. Thankfully, it's very minor, if even any kind of damage, but still, they just kind of run some diagnostics and calibrations on the ship. So what would you guys like to do first? Welcome back to the Citadel.
Think we need to check in with the Spectre before we...
I think
Do other
first things
things?
first, we turn in.
Yeah.
Yeah, escort the scientist to the Spectre's office, I assume, is task number 1, so we can call that mission done.
I mean, it might also be important to make sure their companion makes it to medical treatment.
That
I
as
just
well.
stabilized him, and he's gonna need help.
Okay. Yeah. So do you guys would know in the Spectre area that they would have places like medical centers not too far from it. So you guys could, if you wanted to, take them there first and then go over to Arissa if you wanted to.
Are there floating carts around we can load him on so we don't have to try and hobble his way?
Or you have your own.
We have the floating med beds.
Oh, yeah. All right.
What do you
Just
think Mel and
remove all
Jamar were
the-
hanging out in?
Remove all the scrap metal that Jamar loaded into it first.
Oh, I've already been doing that.
I'm
We're
assuming it
long
was
past
removed.
that problem.
Yeah.
Do
Right.
we pass through like a security office, even in the Spectre ports?
You would, yes.
Can I apply for a permit while I'm in the security office to carry my weapons?
Yes, you can,
Permit.
because you need one to have it out and open and all that good stuff. Because of course there are some people that walk around with them, but in order to have a gun out in the open or concealed, and you're not CSEC or any kind of security, yeah, you would need one. So you can easily do that. It will cost you about 5,000 credits for this permit.
Okay. I will also apply for another permit on behalf of my new AI friend,
Okay.
who is named Acilia. Acilia.
Sorry, say that one more time. ACILIA.
Lia.
Acelia. Okay.
And I think I'm going to just because also acquire one of these firearm carrying permits as well.
All of you technically had one, except Vera. Yes, because you are a
right.
weapons maker, so you made sure that you had one. Mel
Right.
has been on military ships. Brockus is a bounty hunter. Dreskar visits the Citadel often. Actually, no, I
Leo.
apologize. Athelia doesn't have one.
She also doesn't care if she has a gun on her, so.
That's also fair.
Athelia is substantially more dangerous without a gun.
And
Yeah.
before we leave the ship, Jamara, you were supposed to remind me. I do hand out some
Right?
Mark II frag grenades. So Jamar, Dreskar, and Athelia will each get 2. And then Brockus will get 1, and Mel will get 1.
Okay.
What's the damage on this?
Mark II is... I can tell you in just a second. I was not prepared for questions. Mark II is 2d12 damage with a save DC of 13.
Well,
I have to put it on the
about
sheet.
this
It needs info.
Yep. She's all about them frags.
What's
about them
the
frags.
radius?
The radius on those, you can target an area within 12 meters, and it is a 4-meter radius out from the square that is targeted.
Range 12 meters, radius 4 meters.
Yep.
Okay, and what type of damage was it? 2d12
Piercing damage.
piercing. Save DC of 13.
Yep.
Dex, I take it?
Yep.
All right. I have.
do you think we need a permit for these, or should I leave them here?
I think weapons cover weapons.
I mean, I don't have the weapons permit. Never really saw a need.
I mean,
I don't recommend bringing concealed explosives onto the Citadel.
No, firearms, yes. Grenades might not be a great idea. They might take exception to us blowing up parts of the Citadel.
As they should, honestly.
I'll leave them here. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's a shepherd thing.
we do
Yeah.
kind of have a history of blowing up spaceports. So
That was a docking port.
Ooh.
Once does not make a history of.
It was once, it was a docking port, and the Blue Suns had it coming.
it was also our most
What you
recent
said.
stop at a port, though.
It was
No, we left
Omega.
this-
It barely counts.
We left the
There
port
was the
citadel just
planet.
fine last time.
There was the planet, and yes, the Citadel before this.
And Omega barely counts as a port.
Now, I do agree with that.
We did leave the port on the one planet just fine as well.
Or at least a
After we
civilized
destroyed the
one.
base, kind of. But the port was fine.
As far as we know.
And that's an additional 5,000 for Acelia as well, by the way.
Yeah, I deducted
Okay.
10,000 from my stockpile.
Okay. And I imagine the time it would take for them to do this, because they would have to gather information and registry and all that stuff. You would be doing that while the crew was kind of across the way, dropping off their injured friend. And Durin actually decides to stay behind with Zatos, who's the one with the leg injury, while Cena decides to continue with you guys. I appreciate everything that you have done for our friend. Thank you.
Okay. We have to make sure he gets better. That's a nasty wound.
It was incredibly bad. I don't know what is going to happen to him, but I am very thankful for you attempting to save his life, and I think he's actually going to be okay, but we will find out.
Just hope he can walk again.
We are hopeful, but again, we will find out. It was some nasty poison that got on his leg.
Well, when you do find out, please keep us informed. I would love to hear about his recovery. Here, do you want my number?
Yes, please. Thank you. And I have
I-
communicated with them through our Omni tool to stay in touch just in case.
Yes. So I will exchange numbers with her.
Okay. Getting
Fine.
all damn phone numbers.
Hey, I did that very smooth.
Yes, you did. And again,
I
that's
have-
Sinna, that's Sinna.
I have some minor shopping to do when we get around to it.
I should think we can do that after we visit the Spectre. There, are you ready yet?
I think we're all ready to go, yeah. Registration is done, so shouldn't have any problems from here on out.
So you're now
Register
registered
your-
in their system, and you do have a copy on your Omni tool as well for the permit. And if you wanted to, technically you do have both on yours. You could copy and forward it pretty easily to Acelia, so they have their own copy as well.
I would, yeah.
Okay. You guys are all set.
Right, to the Spectre's office then.
All right, you guys head down over to the Spectre area, where you are able to see Arissa in her office. You guys knock on the door, and she waves for you guys to come in. And instantly, Cena kind of runs up to her and gives her a hug, and Arissa gives her a hug back. She's like, "Oh, thank the goddess you're okay. What happened? What is everything okay?" Unfortunately, Rachel and Zatos. Rachel is gone, unfortunately, but Zatos is injured greatly. But we're hopeful. He's in the medical bay right now. Oh, thank the goddess. Okay. What happened? What did you guys discover?
Really not sure how to describe it.
What do you mean?
Well, it was a ancient temple. Pretty sure Protean and make, but not like most Protean ruins I've heard of. This one dealt more with. Well, it had a lot of pictographs of animals.
But it almost seemed like they were altered.
A temple of beast of sorts is what we were able to uncover in there. Lots of nasty creatures, both natural and not natural. But perhaps not natural for this timeline? It's difficult to say.
One of those creatures took Sina and her companions and were forcing them to perform more research. Really not sure why.
Research? What for, though? It is hard to say because it wasn't making sense, but it was a large creature. I could not see its face, but it towered over us and forced us to work there, and the creature seemed to understand him and obey him, even though he wasn't hardly speaking to them. It was almost telepathic, maybe. It's hard to say, but he wanted us to research that temple for an ultimate being? Some sort of powerful creature, perhaps? I don't know what he wanted us to unlock when there really wasn't anything there, but we were forced to stay there and do its bidding, I suppose. Were any of the other scientists there? And Arissa says this to anybody in the room. Other than my team, no. I don't know if they saw anyone else, but it was just me and my team.
We didn't see anybody else, no.
Yeah. Didn't see any signs of other sentient life around either.
No. No one alive.
And you're sure?
Just these
Very
creatures. Lots of
The,
creatures.
there were some odd. I hesitate to call them creatures. They were probably more like constructs that we had to engage with while pulling out the scientists. They were made up of, for lack of better term, a mass of ball bearings that had intent.
Oh yeah, these things are painful.
Strange. I mean, I've heard of moving structures before, but that's new. I will have to dig into that.
At this point, I'll forward the report that Vera put together that had
That's my girl.
pictures of the ball bearing creatures, has pictures of the weird poisonous acidic mouthless creatures, pictures of the giant bird creature, and every translation that Brockus and Mercy gave us of the corresponding Prothean pictographs.
Go ahead and roll me a percentile, Vera.
That is when it's a 0 on the D10. Do you add 10, or is that just a 0?
It's
It's
a
just a
zero
zero.
unless it's accompanied by other zeros.
Because I know I usually do this differently from everyone else, so I always
Right.
have to ask.
Yeah,
Uh,
if
Do it
it's
the
just
way
the
that makes
zeros,
sense.
it's 0.
Yeah, that'll be a straight 80 then.
80?
Because
Okay.
that makes sense mathematically.
Okay. So as Arissa, because of course it's a big report, she's not going to sit there and read it, but as she's skimming through the pictures just to take a look at them, thankfully, when you were putting the report together, you did not put your group photo in there. It's just kind of
Yeah,
zooming through.
that's not the way I would like to end that report. With that photo.
Selfie, hey, peace. So yeah, so she's looking at the pictures, and she kind of stops and pauses, and you notice she's been staring a little too long at the picture of the mouthless creatures, and she's just staring.
Have you seen those before?
I have. On another planet. And these, I don't know, are man-made or what. They're nothing we've ever encountered in this galaxy before. And yet I've seen them on another planet. How
Well,
strange.
They seem to lack the intelligence to be accomplished in space travel. I could be wrong, but doubt it.
Doesn't mean they couldn't be transferred.
I mean, that creature
So
has commanded
somebody
them.
intentionally placed them there.
It's hard to say, especially if you uncovered strange creatures. Who knows if they were there for many, many years because of this temple or were placed there. It's hard to say, but I know I've seen this creature before.
So either a creation of the Protheans that has lasted and were placed on many different planets, or a creation of an enemy of the Protheans.
I will have to consult with a biologist, I'm sure, or any kind of Prothean scientist that is adept in that field. I unfortunately am not, but my gut is telling me that these are not Prothean make. I don't know. Again, I don't have the educated guess for that yet, but they just feel wrong.
There was,
They felt very wrong when they attacked us.
oh yes, there was another creature as well there that felt a bit curious. It was, I don't know, like a proto thresher maw or something. It felt very much like a thresher maw, but something earlier. I don't really know how to describe it too well. There's
We were-
pictures in there.
I mean, I'm sure
But
you
you
don't
were
have.
able to get pictures.
I'm always taking pictures for reports. It's habit. Military.
Always.
So as
you
you were
said.
running away when the hole was getting bigger, you were just snapping pictures.
Well, we had a moment. Well, we had two moments. One at the beginning, when
True.
whoever it was that initially triggered it. I think it was Athelia, actually. We had a moment then, and
That's
then
true.
Athelia again when she was the one that was trying to catch up with the rest of us.
Yep.
We had another moment then.
So thanks, Adelia.
I
you're
think
welcome.
your Omnitool probably has a subroutine running on it, like Ring, security doorbells, where it's every 30 seconds or so it takes a little scan.
Yeah, and every time Jamar has one of his drones out scouting for us, and he's got a video feed going and transfers it to us, I'm taking screenshots. Like, it's habit at this point.
That seems about right. Yep.
Yep.
I guess you wouldn't have the photo of the creature that was commanding the mouthless ones. That's the one that
don't.
captured the scientist team.
I don't think I had enough time to get
And
that
Mel's
one.
not here to sketch that one. Well, we never saw him. It was only the mental image that we got.
Yeah, we never actually ran
So-
into him.
Anything that we physically ran into, I'd have pictures of. But
I could perhaps get with a sketch artist or something and describe the creature, but I unfortunately was not able to take a picture myself. But
I mean-
she was able to see it in my mind as she gestures over to Athelia. A picture would be great if you guys can get together with someone over in CSEC or something and get a picture.
forgive me, Athelia, if I'm being ignorant here. I'm not quite sure how your abilities work, but could you transfer that image to someone else's mind?
I mean, I transfer it to yours with your permission.
Not mine. No, I don't want to see that.
Oh,
already
I was
transferred it to yours
already
earlier.
I was already thinking it. I mean, we want a picture for everyone else, but I want to see this creature before an
Yes.
artist gets a hold of it. If you don't
I
mind,
was
Athelia.
Not at all.
Thinking, yeah.
And I'll
I
step
actually
forward.
do too.
Well, I transferred it to everyone's mind other than Mel's when we were at the site.
Oh, did you?
Yep. So everyone heads up of what we were looking out for.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Mel's the only one that didn't consent.
Consent, please.
Yes.
Okay, so Vera will. Wow.
So I'm gonna step
Marissa.
forward to Arissa.
And she's just gonna kind of grab the back of your neck and just gently rest her forehead against yours and close. And when her eyes open, everyone can see that familiar black glazed over look over her eyes. And you see her eyelids kind of flicker a little bit, getting all the information. And then within just a few seconds, she blinks and her eyes go back to normal. And she pulls Athelia's head back. Thank you. That is a terrifying looking creature, and we don't even know what it looks like.
It is. It's terrifying without seeing its face.
It's so large, and it's hiding something? I don't know. It was doing something with that cloak. It's hard to say.
It is. But it
Kalakaverse, thank you so much for that follow.
Apparently was intelligent enough to capture the scientist team, so it is.
It seemed like a very
formidable.
intelligent creature. It's strange. I keep wanting to call it a creature, but it definitely resembled a man of some sort, but monstrous, mutated. It's hard to say without examining it as
Altered.
the curious scientist in me wants to, but he was too terrified to even want to attempt. Yeah, I don't blame you. But we definitely need to get this down to an artist as soon as possible so we can inform what's going on. Actually,
I can swing by CSAC and try and transfer the image to a sketch artist. They can draw it up.
yes. Actually, Sina, dear, if you don't mind, can you actually go on ahead and just get a head start on us? I need to finish up some business with my team here, if you don't mind. Yes, of course. I'm just happy to be back, and I will have a full report for you as well once I make sure that my crew is okay. And she nods, and she gives her a reassuring squeeze on the shoulder. And Sina looks to you all before exiting the door, and she gives like a little bow. Thank you all so much for saving my team. I will never forget your kindness. And she leaves. And Arissa then closes the door and locks it.
Oh no.
I didn't want her to be here with what I'm about to say. She's already been through enough. I don't need her worrying anymore. But for now, she's going to be stationed here and under protection. Some of you already know this, maybe. I don't know if you were told, but for whatever reason, scientists are going missing. But they're of different fields. They're all top of their respected fields, actually. Some of the best, just randomly disappearing, and then sometimes we're able to find them, sometimes we're not. We're not finding a connection with them at all, but scientists are going missing, and I can't help but think maybe this creature has something to do with it, but or just something else. Maybe this creature is working for someone else that's doing all this. It's hard to say, but it's strange because when we have located some of the other scientists, they were all on completely different planets. It's not like they were all on that planet. I have no idea what the connection is. I was hoping you guys would have found others in that temple, but nothing. Nothing at all.
And none of them got glimpses at who took them?
Nothing, unfortunately.
It's all different situations, too. This is the first it's been a creature. But when we saved another scientist, they described that creature. I've seen it before, which has me wondering that they're connected somehow, but I don't see the lines connecting yet. This is the first piece to connect them, is this creature. So just keep an eye out, I guess, to see more of these creatures, but I'm gonna get them over to someone who I know a handful of great Prothean scientists that may know if they've ever come across this before from history, but this is just unsettling to me. Is there anything else you can tell me that you saw there? Just from, not necessarily in the report, but just anything that you think might be important. no matter how insignificant it may be.
Oh, I do have something from a creature, and I'm gonna pull out one of those big blue feathers that I pulled from the bird thing, and hand it over. I
Oh,
don't know if that's relevant in any way, or if you can analyze it and it'll tell you anything, but I pulled that from the large bird-like creature.
oh wow. Um, yeah, again, not my area of expertise, but I can certainly take a sample to our scientists, unless you're just giving me this whole thing.
Take the whole feather. I've got more.
Okay. This was in the temple as well.
It was pulled from the creature that we came across immediately outside of the temple as we were making our escape.
Oh, right, the one that tried to kill us.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it didn't.
Hmm.
It got
Oh.
awfully stuck.
I'll reach into my pocket and I did end up grabbing one of those ball bearing things.
That's right. Okay.
Um, but I'll hand one over.
Is this from that construct you were talking about before?
Yeah, you might want to have some people just in case it's got some sort of signal that it's sending out. We didn't pick anything up. I didn't read anything on scans that I took of it, but just in case.
She just kind of examines it between her fingers. Strange. All right.
There was lots of these working as one unit.
So it didn't transform from this. It was made of these.
Yes.
Correct.
Interesting. Huh.
Liked to pass itself off as statues.
Huh. All right then. I will take this and the feather and pass it forward to some of our scientists and see what's going on. At least the scientists that we do have here.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Mel also get a sample from Rachel's body?
I thought we brought Rachel's body back.
We did. I don't think
Technically-
we went back for it. We talked about it. We wanted to, but we had to make that quick escape because one of the Solarians was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mercy took a tooth of something. The bat
She
creature.
did. Yeah.
She did. She took a tooth from a different creature. Or no, it wasn't a tooth. It was a claw. 'Cause
Yeah.
they don't have
Yeah.
teeth from the that creature, the poison
Yep.
creature. So
Yeah.
but that's with Mercy.
And I don't know if Mel took a sample of them, of Rachel.
We did.
I think she did.
I think she did too. Because I think she touched it while she was taking the sample, and that's when she realized that it was like bad juju. Don't touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So if
we
anything,
also
she
did.
unintentionally did on her glove, if nothing else.
We also recovered all of the samples that the scientists had in their shuttle. Those are aboard our ship.
Oh, yes, thank you. They were on another project at the time, so I'm glad that their research wasn't compromised. But I don't. If we're gonna go investigate that temple, it's gonna be me and other specters. I don't think I want any old team going in there. I mean, I am thankful you guys came out alive, regardless of. I mean, we didn't know what was in there, but if it sounds as dangerous as you all describe, I'm not letting you guys back in there or any old crew. I think we should try to get in there and see what's going on.
If you are going to take people back in there, you'll probably want, and Jessica will start listing off like perimeter devices, basically encampment safety protocols and mapping stuff and all sorts of, just off the top of his head, whatever he can think of that would help them actually survive in the temple for a thorough investigation.
And she appreciates it. If
Just
this
as a-
is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, just as a note, this is a player question. Fox, did Vera include in a report about Mercy Abracus reading Prothean?
Yeah. Vera is very thorough in her reports, military, you might say, in her
Yep.
reports. So she includes everything, all the details of what happened, all the pictures she took, the mapping data that the Omni tools record as we kind of proceed through areas. All of that is within the report.
And so you included all the translations, but did you include how we got the translations?
She includes who gave us the translations.
Okay.
Because she doesn't really understand how they know, so she's just including that they know.
Okay.
And Arissa, again, I don't even want to say it's Vera. It's a very militant style report, so it's going to be lengthy in detail. So she was just looking through the pictures. So when she sits down, she'll probably come across that. But as of right now, she only saw pictures.
And including all that, you probably want to bring someone who is familiar with the Prothean runes.
Oh, I have the perfect person in mind. She's young but capable, so I'll have to get Dr. Tassoni involved in this. She's our top Prothean expert right now. But we'll take a look.
Until Mercy comes of age.
Mercy is unintentionally Shepherd. It's great.
Yes.
We don't know her last name. So, yes, I think between me and getting
Raven,
Dr. Sony in there, we could probably get through and figure out what that is, because Dr. Cena is not a Prothean expert or any of that sort. I mean, she's top in her respective field, but it's strange to have her looking at Prothean temples when that is not what she does.
What does she do again?
She is a frickety frack. I had this. I'll get back to you. I'm pulling it up right now. I didn't think I'd have to pull up my notes. Boy, was I wrong. Oh, no, I could just pull it up right now. She was a molecular biologist.
I mean, it could be the fact that her field does lend to augmentations of creatures well, and that seemed to be what was happening.
I mean, you're not
what it felt
wrong.
like.
It's just weird that this creature was having her study the temple, not the creatures, though. That would have made more sense, but in a way it does make sense because, and you can see her just kind of like massaging her temples, just trying to wrap her mind around it. If it's a temple of beasts, it would make sense for molecular biologists to want to study more of the beasts within this temple. But if she wasn't studying the beasts themselves, I wonder if this creature thought her knowledge would be useful with something else?
Maybe the creature doesn't realize that no one can speak Prothean.
It's true, although to a certain extent we can understand it. Well, at least the scientists that are experts in that field. But no one can fully speak Prothean anyway, so it's only bits and pieces we can understand.
Maybe it doesn't realize that, so it thought it was providing the necessary data.
It's possible. I will have to speak more with Sina one-on-one and see how intellectual this creature was, but it didn't seem to really speak much. This is confusing, but it's... Another scientist just recently went missing, and that's just a whole other can of worms that we're going to need to deal with, and it's frustrating. They're just dropping like flies out of nowhere in space. And who knows if this creature is responsible for each and every one? But again, the ones that we do recover, they don't mention a creature. Well, I'm sorry you had to endure that, but your skills are amazing, as always. Able to come out of that. So you have my thanks.
Yes.
Complete side note, there is one other problem that we encountered on our way back.
Yes.
Look to Vera, you were better versed in the other problem.
The Cerberus problem. Is that what you're
Yeah.
referring to?
Yeah.
We did make a brief stop on another planet to find some aid for Jamar here, who found himself suddenly ill, and while there discovered a facility run by this Cerberus group that we mentioned in our first report from the human colony. They seemed to be doing experiments of some kind there. We didn't actually enter the facility itself. We were stopped by some of their personnel on our way off planet. Managed to dispatch them before we made our getaway. So that may be worth looking into.
The same Turian mutations as before on Franklin?
Not the same mutations, no, but the same group that was responsible was present on this planet. And we had reason to believe that they were up to no good, let's say.
For a new organization, they really are making a stink on this galaxy right now, aren't they?
They really are.
Which planet were they on?
They were on Lorek in the Omega Nebula.
Loric. It's a pretty chilly planet. What are they doing hiding over there with the other scum? Huh. I will look into that. That is definitely noteworthy, especially after what we recovered over at Franklin's, and which my crew is still fleshing out over there. They're currently investigating that right now as we speak, but that's a whole other can of worms and very dangerous. Someone, which we've discovered is not quite Cerberus, it's more of what Cerberus recovered and used that information from someone else to form these experimentations. Specifically for Turians, weirdly enough. No other race. Well, I shouldn't say that. They were trying to attempt others, but Turians seem to be more ideal for whatever reason. You guys are uncovering a lot of shit. And by shit, I mean a lot of dangerous things happening right now. You guys aren't connected in any way, are you? And she gives like a little teasing glare.
You caught us.
I knew it.
Totally the mastermind behind all this.
No, we're not involved in... Oh, you're... Okay, never mind.
I feel like you need
You're
to learn
always
to
so
party
good at
more.
playing off her guilt.
And I'm so sorry. It's absolutely rude of me. You picked up a new companion. Who is this? As she gestures to the Turian behind you.
I'm so scared, Pira.
This is Acilia. She is a combat companion, let's say.
I am here to serve Lieutenant Vera and all of her needs.
You don't have to word it like that.
I'm sure she serves all your needs.
That's more descriptive than necessary.
The way she's speaking, did you pick up an AI?
I wouldn't use that term publicly, but yes.
You do know we use a lot of AI on the Citadel, right?
I know, I just don't want anyone to get the wrong impression, that's all.
Well, I appreciate that, unless it's dangerous. Is it dangerous?
No, it's not. Not to anyone who's... It's only dangerous if you try to kill her, apparently.
Oh, okay. Wow, that must be nice to have.
We'll find out in our next encounter.
Well, It's a pleasure to meet you, Acelia. Welcome to the Mimsy 6. Does that make you Mimsy 7 now?
I'd rather not broach that subject.
We already put the logos on all the suits. It's a lot of effort to change it.
M6, we're not changing it. You don't want to make Mel repaint the ship.
That's fair. Gotta keep the branding regardless of the number. It's a smart move. Well, I will go through
apparently
this
we found
report.
out we were famous on Omega. Or at least Vera is.
No,
Oh?
we were all wanted on Omega.
No, famous, not wanted. Apparently they
Yes,
got
but-
pictures of Vera all
I
over the
mean,
place.
it's how I found out
Vera
about you
is the more
lot before the
famous.
name.
You know, you kill a guy with an errant bottle one time, and suddenly the whole galaxy knows.
You
Your
did show
signature
me that
move.
video. It was great. You did show me the video. Oh, it was fantastic.
We had to carry more bottles just for Vera to chunk at people.
Oh, believe me, I've always got a bottle or two of brandy on me.
Oh, good.
Not
So you
for
never
throwing
know.
at people.
Yeah, that'd be a waste of any alcohol, really. Even the cheap shit.
That's just
But,
true.
I mean, that's how I found out about you guys before I learned your names, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got a little bit of fame on Omega. I mean, that's how I was able to find out where you guys went to.
I mean, fair enough. We did leave in a spectacular fashion.
We did, yes.
You did. But thankfully you had a couple allies there that looked out for you, so we'll see what happens if you guys ever go back to Omega.
I hope no time soon.
Yeah, I have the same hopes for several reasons.
You don't want to take out the other two gangs while you're there?
I mean, it could be fun. I'll miss seeing Arleo, but you know, Omega itself is not very fun.
Yeah, and it's sad he doesn't stray too far from Omega either. He very rarely leaves that rock.
Well, he fits right in, doesn't he?
Oh, he's an exceptional asset. I agree, blends in very well. Not making waves, yet just enough to get all the juicy information we could ever want.
If we do go back to Omega, I hope that enough time has passed that any who have heard of our actions are more afraid or are too afraid to act against us.
I mean, with a ship like ours, we might just. Or incentivize them
Fair
to take
point.
it. One or the other.
Well, I would probably tell you right now if you want my advice. With a ship like that going on Omega, I would probably have you take one of your shuttles to dock on Omega because everyone will swoop in and try to snatch that up so quick.
Yeah, I get the feeling that folks would be quite eager to do to us what we did to them when we left.
Oh, even if it wasn't even who you were, it was more of just, oh, look, shiny old ship that doesn't exist anymore that just screams, come get me.
I mean, we did have that problem on our way to find the scientists.
I'm not surprised. It is one of a kind, literally.
Didn't end well for them.
Oh, good, so you got to test the power behind the ship, huh? Have to see it in action sometime. Could be fun.
Actually, to that point, would it be possible to acquire a signal scrambler?
I mean, if you look at the right parts on here, yeah. I don't see why not. It's not something we necessarily carry. Well, that's not true. We do, but not it's anything that we could sell to the public. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist on here.
See if I can figure something out.
I'm sure you're busy and we have things to do, but we should definitely meet up for drinks again while we're here.
Oh, I would love that. I've been scrambling my brain with all these missing scientists and now these creatures, which is going to cause just endless nights of just No sleep. And
Sometimes
alcohol.
the pieces fall together when you take a break from the puzzle.
Sometimes. You're not wrong. But I suppose that there is a little bit of time left if you wanted a little bit of some downtime before going to that other planet, if you still choose to. It's spread a lot further now, so it's almost completely consumed, but there is a little bit of time if you choose to want to investigate it still. No pressure. I know it's a lot of toxin.
Do you know about how much time we have left?
You have about 2 weeks, roughly.
How long does it take
Isn't
to
that
get
about
there?
how long it would take us to get there?
Where was that located? Oh, shit.
Mark that down.
I'm really not this bad, guys. I really do have notes. I just leave them downstairs.
Manto system?
Yeah,
Matam.
Matano?
Yeah, that one.
Matano system, and the planet is Inti
Intia?
or Enti.
Matano, if I remember correctly, it is over in the
Maroon
Earth
Sea?
Alliance space.
Maroon Sea?
Yes, it's over. It's over by the Earth Alliance area, if I remember correctly.
Right here, I'm painting it on the map.
There we go. And I had my cursor right on it too. Yeah. So it will take you about less than a week to get there. If you guys so choose want to do that, so.
Probably should pick up some antitoxins before we leave.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Perhaps something for our helmets that allow us to breathe in that sort of atmosphere. To a certain degree,
Yes.
anyway.
We
Agreed.
also have to pick up some things before we leave again, anyways.
Well, I'm sure we need to restock the galley, too. Not enough... What did she call it again? Macaroni and cheese.
You guys eat macaroni and cheese?
Well, most of us, points to Vera.
But you don't?
Vera
No,
gets the
delicacy.
gluten-free
Not a
mac
lot.
and cheese.
I've had it
To be
once.
honest, most of the meals are decided by Rox's daughter. So,
Oh. That child needs a healthier diet.
Agreed.
you tell him that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you talked to the Krogan about that.
You
Where
know
is
what?
he, by the way?
They're...
Running diagnostics on the ship.
Oh, okay. That's good, at least.
Perhaps since we're the ones that's going to be restocking the galley, we can select healthier options.
I don't want to hear the whining, do you? I've heard human children be quite whiny.
They can whine all they want, but there's not much they can do about it once we're out in space.
That is true.
She did practically eat the whole candy store.
Oh, my.
I got a stomachache watching it.
My stomach hurts just hearing it. Well, I'll let you guys get some assistance if you need it. Otherwise, we will keep in touch. I'm going to go ahead and get this report and forward it over to our scientists and get another crew out there and seeing what is going on. So thank you so much again for doing that and bringing them back. I can only hope that Zatos will be all right in the end.
I hope so. Please do keep us apprised of his status.
Oh, of course. I'll let you know of
Hoping to
his
hear from the
condition as soon
company.
as we figure out what's going on.
And as well, do keep us updated on these missing scientists, and then if anything comes up while we're out on a mission, feel free to reach out. I'm sure we'd all be happy to help in any way.
Of course.
Oh, I certainly will. I'm definitely connected to your ship, so if I need to send a message, I definitely will. If you guys are willing to take on that task, seems like a lot of scientists are going.
Sounds like it's an important task to take on.
It seems to be nowadays. But never mind that for now. I will go ahead and I will read the reports, and go from there. For now, we need to see what is going on that other planet, but I am already lining up a case for another mission for you, so I will send that out as soon as that is completed.
We'll message you if we hit the clubs while we're here.
That sounds amazing. Yes, please.
On the note of rest and relaxation, I do have a friend that offered to provide the crew with, how'd she put it? Well, just say day spa. If any of you are willing or wanting, I was planning on seeing through my promise to make contact with her again.
Here, we should totally go with.
I honestly have work I should be doing. Speaking of, is there any legitimate place on the Citadel I can purchase possibly either blueprints or pre-made ammo clips of the special variety?
Yes, there are some specialty marketplaces a little bit near where the C-sect is. They tend to use them quite more frequently than the rest of the public, but there is its own specialty marketplace down over there if you want to check that out.
Yes, as opposed to trying to sift through more disreputable options.
Well, if you need any help, let me know. But that would be the best place to check.
That should do.
Well, until then, we will keep in touch. And if it feels like it's too dangerous to go on that planet, if you change your mind, it will not offend me at all. So feel free if you want to venture on there, great. If not, it's not going to hurt our relationship. Especially with how much further along it is now.
I think
We thought the lives of the scientists might require a little more urgency.
Oh no, I agree, and 100%. And we've got a lot more information that we didn't have before, as well as the first piece of information that may have connected our missing scientists. So, well done. I do not blame you for valuing the life over the planet.
I think that was pretty much a unanimous decision. The crew.
I knew I put my faith in the right people. I appreciate it. Now run along, have your spa day, do your shopping. I have way too much to do right now.
Was I unclear? I was extending the invitation to you as well.
That sounds lovely. Unfortunately, there's some urgency with this that I need to get pushed forward, so perhaps next time, though. I do appreciate it.
I'm going to link arms with Vera as we walk out. Might be a little awkward with the height difference, but not gonna
It can
stop
still
me.
be done.
If I understand, if I remember right,
Things
Vera's
are
pretty
never
tall.
awkward with Vera. What are you talking about?
yeah, she's
Say
totally
what?
not an entirely awkward lanky bird person. Yeah, she's 6'8". So.
Yeah, and I'm all 5'4", so it's a little awkward, but I'm doing it.
Oh, you're reaching up to her. Like, Mommy, hold my
Yeah.
hand.
Yep, it's all totally this one. Like,
You can definitely reach it. It's just you can't do the full arm lock. It's more of just hand around the arm. Just
Yep.
reach it up. All right, so what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break before we start our shopping / spa portion of this. See where it goes. So yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back.
Basically,
And we are back.
Oh,
something I will describe on the next break.
alrighty.
What? Tell me all your secrets.
We're just
Never.
talking about crafting systems in games.
We're just saying the
Oh.
crafting system and anything outside of Blades in the Dark can die.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it. Alrighty. Shadow Fox is slightly AFK, but it's all good. Anyway, so you guys want to go to the shops first to just kind of restock a few things and get all the mundane stuff out of the way.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some stuff to do, but I'm being dragged along somewhere, so I'll just go with the flow right now.
Okay, what do you all want to do specifically?
I need to go ammo shopping.
Okay. What
I
are
distinctly
you
am
picking up?
displeased with the stockpile of extra ammo clips we have.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, and you are the one that has the special ammo clip as well, the warp ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which I have to make more of at some point.
Add it to the
Okay.
list.
Yeah, that is going to be very time consuming and very hard because it is higher grade, but it is not impossible.
That's
Okay.
literally what I was just reading about crafting for this stuff, and I'm just like, I hate it. I hate all of it.
It's a lot. Might as well almost just buy it.
It's 500 credits a day per person.
Yep.
Is that just for
crafting.
one or for a clip?
No, that's for a clip, but it's basically whatever the book cost is at 500 credits a day.
Oh, okay.
It'd take forever to craft anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've already talked how I'm probably going to be giving you guys just a little less credits now. Just kind of, I gave you a lot to boost you up a little bit. Now it's like, all right, you guys got a fuck ton of money. You're good now. To have like
So-
500,000 per thing.
I need to find the shop that sells the stuff that's near the CSEC office.
Yes, so in the C-Sect area, and I'm also basing this off the game because fun times, there is an area near the C-Sect where there is a marketplace that has specialty items. So it's not in C-Sect, it's next to where their headquarters are. So you don't have to go to C-Sect to get them, unless you want to, but
Nope.
That's
as long
just
as there's no
toxic.
reporter we have to fight, I'm fine.
nope. I mean, you guys haven't gotten there yet. Give it time, give it time. So, yeah, okay, so you are able to find the shops easy enough. You are able to find everything from armor, mods, everything in between. So, what is one of the things that you wanted to grab?
Priority 1 is I'm looking for disruptor ammo.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check and a percentile.
Perception of 11,
Okay.
because perception's my best stat. Not with those numbers. That's a 21 on the percentiles.
21. Okay, so you're looking around for this specialty type of ammo, and it doesn't look like that there are any in stock that you can see. Nothing seems to be popping up for that specialty type of ammo.
Vera, I'm obviously having problems. I need your help here.
Sure, what can I help with?
Well, I'm not seeing any disruptor ammo, which is sad. I theoretically would like to get our hands on some explosive ammo for a stockpile for the ship. And possibly some armor-piercing ammo, if we can find it.
Okay.
Unless you have some preferences, but those are the things that I can think that will be the most immediately useful and most universal.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me. I'll take a look around, see if I can track
You're
any of
more
that down.
proficient with the procuring of military items. I build them. I don't try to procure them.
That's fair. I will take a look around the shops, see if I can turn up either of those.
Okay, so same thing. Go ahead and do a perception check and some percentiles.
Perception is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not a great number. That's a 28 on the percentile.
28. You kind of double check and you're just like, no, there's really seems to be no incendiary rounds that you can find here. However, you are able to find what looks like tungsten rounds instead. Doesn't quite pack a punch as much as the incendiary rounds do. However, they seem to do quite a bit of extra damage to armor.
Okay. I will stand next to those and ping Jamar so he can come over and take a look.
Okay. So Jamar, you go over and you see these tungsten rounds, and they remind you a little bit of shredder ammo as far as the damage is supposed to specifically hurt armor. But instead of switching it to like slashing damage and everything, it looks like it will do a little extra damage to the actual armor AC itself for a short amount of time. Because these bullets, as you can see, are very small, but they're long and slender. So you know that they're built more for speed to get in and past the shields quicker and do a bit more damage to the armor itself.
How many clips do we see?
You do see 2 clips of them,
Okay.
and they go for about 25,000 apiece.
Looking around the same table, do we see any other fun types of ammo?
With that kind of roll, there's not too much that you can see. The only other ammo that you can see with those rolls would be the burst fire system ammo. And there seems to be 1 clip of those. And those are going for about 12,000. Sorry, 13,000.
I look for whoever is running the kiosk table.
Okay. And you over there and you see an Elcor.
Look to the Elcor and tap the ammo, the clips on the table. I'd like these. And that as well. Pointing to the burst fire ammo.
Sincere. Is there anything else that you would like from our shop today, sir?
Now, there's things I'd like, but nothing I'm seeing, unfortunately. So unless you have a surprise shipment coming in or product stashed somewhere where we can't see it, unfortunately, that's about it.
Apologetic. I am sorry you were not able to find anything in our shop to your needs. However, occasionally we get some shipments from time to time, if you would like to check back later.
Honestly, if you happen to come across any explosive ammo that does come in, if you could set it aside, we should be back quite regularly.
Brimming. Yes, we do get them from time to time. I will certainly set some off to the side for you if you'd like to come in. I see you're working for a Spectre. As he kind of nods over to the pin on you.
We are, and they recommended we come down here to see, well, you.
Glee. I am very thankful that they were thinking of us.
But until you get the other things, this should do for now.
Okay, so with that, you're getting all 3 clips then?
Yep. 50,
Okay.
65,000, if my math is correct.
63,000.
63,000? I can make that happen.
It was 13,000 for the other one. And then, so the tungsten is not on the list. So I will send that to you. So basically, what it does is it gives you, it does an extra 1d6 point of damage towards the shields, as well as gives the. So this is actually the basic grade or the tier 1 grade. So this does -1 to AC when pierced for the first time.
So an extra 1.
So it's an extra d6 of damage towards the shields, and if the shields are gone, that does apply to their to them instead.
Okay.
And then if you are able to successfully pierce them with a bullet, it is -1 to their AC for a minute.
Okay.
Because these are the tier 1 grade ones.
Okay. And then burst fire. Fox, do we have a ship inventory page?
I have the only thing I've been keeping track of as far as that goes is our group treasury and our group metagel supply.
Do you want to add those clips onto there?
I sure can. I will call that category group ammo.
I feel like you're going to be having a lot of tabs when you've got a
well, there's no sense in
crafty
giving them
person.
to one person as opposed to just, hey, grab what you need out of the supply lockers when we're heading out.
Especially when Mel only needs just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mel just takes one off the top. It's like, this is fine.
Yeah, she rolled really fucking well for that. I was like, damn.
While Jamar's making his purchases, can I just look around? I'm just kind of looking through all the mods, the updates, anything like that, where anything I might find useful, or the team might find useful.
Sure, yeah. So for this area, go ahead and do the same thing. Go ahead and roll me a perception and a percentile.
Come on, don't screw me over. Okay. My perception was a 15. That's not bad.
Okay.
My percentile, 91.
Okay. That is really good. So this area, the shop that you're at right now is a lot more focused on weapons more than anything else. So you see some mundane stuff here and there. It looks like Jamar kind of picked the best that they have in stock at the moment. However, you do see off in the corner what looks like a mod for your gun. And it looks like it is a on the tag on there, whatever, it says high velocity barrel 1. And it is a mod for the barrel of your pistol or gun. It's not limited to what gun it is, so it could for whatever weapon you have. So for your information on what it does is when you roll a 1 on the damage die for an attack you make with this weapon, you can re-roll that die and use the new roll instead of the 1.
Okay.
Unless you re-roll and it's a 1, then it's a 1.
I will grab that and take it over to the counter.
Okay.
Wait, how much for this?
Happily. It is for the nice low price of 20,000 credits.
That's a deal. I will give him 20,000 for it.
Sincere. Thank you so much for your patronage.
I'll mark over to Jamar and hand it off to him. Like, this seems useful for someone who shoots weapons. Maybe for what you can install on Virus or Roxas or even Dresskar's weapon. Or copy it. Whatever you want to do.
Possibly. I'm sorry, I was writing something down. What?
Naval
What?
Lost Speed Barrel 1. I'll drop it in chat for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need to actually just sit down and go through all my ideas and work out the details, because I have some stuff for you guys, but I'm like, I did not put any details on what they do. I should sit down and do that.
Jamar, if you're looking for interesting things, I can perhaps direct you to a shop that might fulfill those needs.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Is the owner named Bimmy?
I'm going to
Hell
send
no.
directions to Jamar's Omni tool. Doesn't say the shop name in the directions, just the location. But just so the DM knows, it's Epps' shop. Now, when you get there, just tell them that Vera sent you, and you'd like to see the good stuff.
Should we all go, Vera? Maybe we could take him and just show him around.
I think Jamar is quite capable.
Okay. Then should we
Aw.
head to the spa?
I've got some things that I need to do. Perhaps if you want to accompany Jamar to this shop, I can go off and do my things, and then we can meet up later.
What are you trying to do? Maybe you need some company.
Sure, if you want to help me write a report.
Oh, that's boring. What are you writing a report on that you haven't already reported?
Well, I was given a contact by Iolus in the hierarchy, and I would like to forward all of our information on Cerberus to them.
Might be a good idea, seeing how it seems like they're targeting Turians.
Yes, and given that a rather high-ranking Turian was involved in that first encounter that we had, I think they should know. I mean, I did file a report when we got here initially to the Citadel, but now that I have a specific contact, I'd like to send it to them as well. So I just need to find a place where I can get a secure connection.
Makes sense. Jessica, what are you going to be doing?
Well, while this has been going on, I have been looking around the shop. This shop sells mostly what? Ammo, weapons?
Okay.
No, that was a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this one's specifically for like weapons, not just ammo.
Okay. Looking for any exotic melee weapons.
Exotic melee, okay. Go ahead and do a percentile and perception. All the perps.
Let's see here. 87 percentile. The perception is 25.
Okay. Let's see here. So you're not able to see anything really that's special as far as any melee mods. However, you are able to find. Pull it up here real quick. You are able to find a stun baton, and that seems to be the only thing of interest in here. Everything else seems to be what you already have.
That could be interesting to have. Yeah, I'd like to pick that up. Is that something in the armory?
It is, and it's 14,000.
14,000. Okay. Notepad. All right, so I'll buy that.
Okay. So
Is there maybe a pair of them available?
there's just one.
Just one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and would there be a God, I forget what the names of the mods are. Here, hold on one second. They're pretty common mods, if I remember correctly, but the where are you? Cone Strike and Counterweight. Are there any of those available at the shop?
With that roll, no, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be any in stock.
Okay. So
Sorry,
I'll
guys,
grab
you
that.
roll low. Like you guys aren't already OP already.
No, that's fine. I get.
But no, you guys just rolled low.
But the stun baton would be good for hopefully non-lethal. Okay, so to answer your question now, Vescar will just reply. I wanted to go take a look at what armors might be available somewhere, and after that, I was planning on inviting everybody to the spa for some much-needed relaxation, should they so choose.
Do you want to come with Jamar and I, and then we can all go look at armor?
Well, yeah, I can definitely do that.
Sophia will meet up with you later.
Yeah, just call me on my Omni tool or something when you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
Jamar has the map, so I'm gonna let Jamar lead the way.
Alrighty.
Against my better judgment, that's where we're going.
To the
Okay.
unnamed shop.
To the
Okay.
shop Gear suggested.
Okay. So it takes you a little while because it's kind of away from where you guys were. You had to travel over to where the C-Sec section was. And you walk up to this shop and you look up from your Omni tool going like, okay, this is a shop. And as you look up at the shop's name, you see in neon, Eps Pep in your step. Wow, I can't speak. Eps Pep in your step.
Sounds oddly
Vescar will
familiar.
laugh a little.
Did Bea really send us here? I assume she's made a stop herself. Oh, this ought to be good.
Is she just trying to harass this poor little creature?
Quite
Well,
possibly.
I don't know. I don't know what she did here before, but apparently she has an in.
Looks at Drescar.
I know nothing.
Insight check.
Go and do an insight check and go ahead and do a deception check. Because I know for a fact that's fucking deception. You were there. Oh no.
I got a 21.
23.
Damn it.
So you suspect something amiss in his voice, but you think he's just kind of teasing because of the name. You're not quite sure
Yeah. It's hard
of
to
anything
figure out.
else. Yeah.
Well, shall
I
we?
mean, come on. The second I walk in there and if Ep is there at all and has a reaction, you'll know.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys enter the shop?
Absolutely.
With confidence. With
Billy is
bravado.
expecting drama, and she is here for it.
Okay. So you guys walk in, and it's a shop of just a little bit of everything. It looks like that you do see some weapons, a little bit of armor, but it looks like it's a lot more of just random knickknacks almost. It's almost like an antique shop, but it's high line stuff. So you can find all sorts of things in this shop. Think of World Market. This is a World Market.
I do believe we had specific instructions to ask for some stuff.
And tell the owner Vera sent us?
Yes. So we're supposed to look at the good stuff.
And at the front desk, you do see a bored Turian.
I am making it a point to stand directly behind Jamar when he says Vera sent us.
I assume behind him and slightly off center since he is taller
But yes.
than you.
Oh, that's right, you are. But yes.
Yeah. Salarian, brah.
Oh, Jamar?
Look at the Turin. I don't suppose you're the owner, are you?
No, I am not, Ep. But welcome to Ep's Pep in your step. What can I do you for?
You're obviously not taking whatever gives you pep. Is Ep around?
Maybe who's asking?
Well, us, obviously, but Vera sent us to talk to him.
Oh, Vira. Yeah. All right. Hold on.
Vera.
It's Vera.
He just ignores you and walks towards the back. And in the distance, you guys can hear what sounds like sniveling.
Richard
As-
does hurt. Do you know why he's sniveling so bad? I mean, he gets pretty bad, but I've never heard him like that.
He's a Volus. They all have breathing problems.
A Volus.
Yes, Jamar.
Why?
Ask Vera.
I mean, she was a bodyguard for him when we met her.
Oh, right. Why do I feel this is some example of Turin humor, which I do not understand?
Oh, this should be humorous, that's for sure.
Just try to enjoy it while you can. In any way you can.
Now that I think about it, you guys have been together for about 2.5 months at this point. And after a couple minutes, you see the Turian come back with a very slow walking Volus behind him. You guys aren't coming back to hurt me, are you?
We're paying customers, why would we hurt you?
I don't know. And you see him looking over at Dresscar.
What
What's
did
going on?
Dreskar, what did you do?
I'm going to gloss right over that question and just be looking at Ep. Hi, Ep. Pleasure to see you. How's business?
It's doing great. No, I kept my promise. I'm doing stuff that's going legit. Yeah, you know.
Look, we're here to see the good inventory. Jamar here's looking for some stuff.
The good inventory?
Vera recommended we come see you.
Oh, yes, of course. It's just come over here. Yes, oh, right over here. Right this way. And so he leads you towards a corner of the room where you see weapons of very unique design. To you, Jamar, you just kind of scoff like, I could do better. Nothing really of huge interest, but you do see what looks like a couple of programs that seem to have caught your interest.
What are these?
Oh, they're of the best quality. Yes, I highly recommend them. They would not do you wrong at all.
I assume they're on data
Like a
pads
display.
of some breed?
Yeah, pretty much. Behind like a display case.
Well, Ep, why don't you tell us what you have here?
Oh, yes.
Or
Of
you could
course.
just let me see, and I don't have to take your word for it.
Oh, he
Uh,
knows that if he breaks his word, we know where to find him.
Oh dear.
It
Yeah.
sounds more like
Yeah.
if he breaks his word, Vera will break something.
I just no, she's not here, is she?
She's around.
She's on the station.
Oh,
She's doing some
God.
things. But I mean, if you I mean, I can call her if that would help.
Oh no, it's this fine. This is delightful. Yes.
We-
Yes.
Don't want to inconvenience Vera now, do we?
Well,
That
well,
depends.
No,
I
no.
don't want to have to.
It's just these are programs. They have to be installed, which takes time. I can't just have you try them out. But if you want to scan
No,
them,
but
you
I'm
can.
sure I can figure out what they are by taking a closer look.
Of course. Just oh, you give me a moment. And so he goes behind the counter and he pulls out both of the data pads and pushes them forward towards you. Here you go.
And I am going to figure out what the heck these actually do.
Okay, so the first one is so they're both OmniTool programs. One of them is called the All Terrain, which gives you a free action to basically cast like a light on your armor. Basically, or enhancements. I'm sorry, enhancements to kind of help with climbing or swimming. It basically helps alter your armor to adapt to whatever situation that you're in. So if you need to climb, it comes like spike boots. If you need to swim, they turn into fins, like on your feet and your hands to help you swim better. And it doesn't really affect your movement at all. And it does give you a bonus when you are in those situations to some of your strength checks.
Interesting. And what's this other one?
This one is can be used by anybody, and it is a special program that will allow you to cast Throw, which gives you let's see, you guys are above 5th level, so 2d8 force damage when targeting a medium or smaller creature, and it allows them to be pushed back 12 meters. Are they to your satisfaction?
I'll let you have my interest. How much are you asking for them?
This one right here points to the all-terrain one. This one is going for 25,000 credits. This other one over here is going for 35.
Oh, come on.
Now,
We're friends of
you
Vera.
can
I'm
look at
sure you can do
Dresscard.
better.
I
Does that
still have
seem
to make
reasonable?
a business. I still have to make a business. You
don't-
can't rob me like this. I already did what I said. You can't just bully me.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
Oh,
But
God.
Vera's
If I was
family.
interested in both.
Yes. Let me do some math in my head. Because the DM doesn't know how to math very well, or the prices she just gave.
I mean, together they're 60,000
Thank you.
for just straight price.
Okay. What was it, 25 and 35 is what I said?
Yep.
I mean, if you wanted to get both, I could knock it down to 50,000. I still have to make a profit. You can't bully me like this.
I wasn't bullying.
No
I was
bullying.
just asking.
He just keeps looking over at Dresscar.
It seems reasonable.
8,000 seems plenty reasonable.
Would you like both then?
I would.
Now, if I remember correctly, because it's been a long time since we've done this, I believe you can only have one OmniTool program installed at a time.
I'm aware of that.
Okay. And it's kind of like an attunement item, so you do have to spend some time installing it
Yep.
and all that good stuff. I mean, it's just like an hour. It's nothing super crazy. But, yeah, you would still have to do the installation process to swap it out.
Excellent.
Anything else catch your eye, Jamar?
No, those will be beneficial to add to our armory. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be throwing into, but I'd rather be prepared than dead.
Agreed. Hey, a word of advice. Friendly advice. Your special selection kind of sucks. I suggest upgrading it.
Also, Ep, whatever this
yes?
Hep is in your sign, you might want to give it to him.
And make sure he gets Vera's name right. Because if she ever hears him calling that wrong, she's not going to be too happy. And we want to make her
Yes.
happy, don't we?
This is kind of harassment at this point, but yes.
Oh, it's not harassment. We're just being friendly. Are we not friends, Ep?
I mean,
Do an
if you can
intimidation.
supply actually good hardware,
I am actually good at intimidation.
I figured as much, charisma chick.
strictly because it's actually a charisma-based skill.
Yes.
But you also forget it's a Volus. They're high in charisma, too.
23.
Press X to doubt.
Oh, that is a 14. So, yeah, no, you see him kind of like... You know that he's not happy that you guys are harassing him, but you can see that he does not want to argue it because he's just so shaken up by you guys right now.
All
Yes.
friends here. We're doing
Uh-huh.
nothing aggressive. It's not
No.
bullying
Yeah, of course.
or
Yes.
harassment.
Of course.
there is-
This is actually useful things. You're doing a good job,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
but you
I
need
appreciate it.
more.
And better
Uh-huh.
weapons.
More.
Well, a lot of people want the finer things, not so much a lot of weapons and stuff. So
Oh,
if you guys
and
want a
ha-
fancy rug or something for like your rooms, I have stuff like that. Yes,
Do you have a bar counter?
I do. I have a handful of them. Yes, I even
Anything
have
that
one made
sparkles.
out of crystal.
Ooh. Let me see that one.
He nervously goes over to the corner where you see a bunch of different types of shelving. It's like hutches. You see some bar stands. You see different type of countertops and stuff, and you see the different types of bar setups that they have. So you see everything from like the smaller personal ones to like much bigger ones for like the fancier people. You wouldn't be able to really get one of those. It wouldn't quite fit in your room, but you could get one of the nicer personal ones to fit better.
But it looks
have
like
a
it'll
few
fit
of
the
them
bar
here.
I was building.
Yeah, pretty much. If not a little bit bigger, but it'll still fit.
Or try and find something sparkly.
Okay.
Or crystal works. Crystal works too, because that shines.
It is crystal. It is a little more translucent. The other one, it almost looks like marble, and then everything else is more of metals. So if you wanted something that was shiny, it would be more of like this white and gray kind of marble, and then the crystal one.
I like the crystal one. How much are you charging for this?
This one is 65,000 credits.
And you can do 60.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Because he's scared shitless.
Persuasion is a dirty 20.
I can do that. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay.
Yes. Would you like me to deliver it to you?
Yes. We're over here in the Spectre parking.
What dock number?
Just gonna give it to him. And don't be alarmed when you see the ship. A lot of people are.
Of course, of course. If it's anything like Vera, I'm sure it's terrifying. Wonderful. It's wonderful. Yes.
Yep, it's a Krogan battleship.
Oh gods, why? I don't wanna. My man will go deliver it. I
As
don't know
long
where
as he
you
gets our name right.
Of course, of course.
We expect Peppy. It's in the name.
Peppy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If your delivery man is not Peppy, we'll be coming back here to file a complaint.
Of course.
No,
of
no,
course,
no.
I'll do it.
Vera will file the complaint. I'm busy.
I'll come back with Vera. It's okay, Jamar. You have things to do.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Of course. Pleasure. Pleasure doing business.
App.
Mhm.
App.
Yes. You see him whip around so fast at you the second you speak.
You've opened my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Do you have any weapons or trophy display cases?
I do have display cases, yes. You could buy the brackets if you prefer weapons or armor to be displayed in them, so yes.
go me.
Oh god, it's okay. It's over here, over here. He points you to another portion of the shop where now you see all kinds of display cases. You see everything from like the standing display cases to ones that look like they're mounted on the wall. And just like with the other varieties, they have a little bit of, some are more glass and metal, some are just purely metal. The different kinds that you would probably want.
So I'll point at one of the weapons display cases. It should be something that goes like floor to ceiling and has pretty large capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And then something maybe more for armor. How much for both of these?
Well, both of them, they're gonna be about 20,000 apiece, because they're one of our larger collections of display cases.
I'll take them, and I'll get down on a knee so that I'm closer to his level.
You see him flinch.
Now, Ep,
Uh-huh.
all kidding aside,
Uh-huh.
you kind of did Vera wrong, but that's not to say that you can't get back in our good graces. Just keep it clean.
I mean, this is a good start.
I was in
Very
a
helpful
hurry. I
today.
didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
We'll make sure Vera knows that you did good today. And that you're
Thank
working
you.
to do better.
Thank you.
I'll give him a sincerely friendly pat on the shoulder.
You see him like tense up,
Act like I'm not sincerely friendly.
and you can hear the strain. You can hear the strain in his voice as he says, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?"
I think that's it for now, Ep.
Okay.
It was nice to see you again.
Thank you for coming in, Ep's pep in your step.
Puppy.
And you see him start to like slowly put like tags on the stuff you guys just got, so he knows where to deliver them. And he's just, you just hear sobbing. Just,
I'll just take the 2 data pads off the counter.
yeah, you can easily do that.
It's just like, thank you.
That was the best stop we've had all day.
The poor little traumatized Volus.
Oh, he deserved it, you know it.
I mean, isn't he the one that did Vera on Omega?
And took all of her
Yes.
stuff with him.
He did return it.
He didn't
Sounds
get put
like
out
it
in
wasn't
airlock.
very-
That was a good day.
Yeah.
The DM is sad.
No, we've done far worse than airlock him.
There's no airlocks nearby though, so that would be impossible. But still, it makes me sad.
We'll make one.
Just tell him where we had to interrogate him for spectre reasons and drag him over to one of the airlocks.
Oh God.
Abuse of power.
Suspicious activity from a Volus. No one would ask questions.
All right, now that you guys have gotten your new stuff, where do you want to go now?
I want.
I
Meet up
truly
with
do
Vera?
have work to do, so I am
Okay.
actually on the ship.
Okay.
I wasn't actually screwing with Bep. It's the I am actually busy app. So
I
Okay.
will.
let's get to it.
Jessica, do you have a shop in mind for armor?
I want to go whatever armor shop I think might have the best selection.
I will help you look for whatever shop has the best
Well,
selection.
would I know of one?
The Spectre would have the best. The Spectre
Yep,
ones you
then
guys went
that's
to.
where we go.
Okay. What are you looking for?
There's several things,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll really come down to a selection of best.
It hasn't been too long since you guys were last here, so it is a bit of slim pickings. It doesn't look like there's too much restocked as of yet. A couple things, but not a lot.
Okay, well, I'm specifically looking at skirmish armor. Uh, I know that I can't pick up Spectre grade or
Yep.
rare, probably, right?
You all wish.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, yes, yes, we do. So, anyways, skirmish armor. Let's see here. Where's the other one? Um, not predator. Damn it! I
You
had it.
didn't have this prepped ahead of time,
Mantis
mister?
armor. I did, but then we did all this other stuff, and I lost the tab.
What was the other one?
Mantis,
Okay.
skirmish. Um, let's see here, and Batarian Talon gauntlets.
Gross.
Hey, they might not be the most aesthetically pleasing people, but they make some mean armor stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm mostly interested in right now. Death
Okay.
Mask 2, if that's available.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that percentile.
Just percentile.
Yes. Because there's slim pickings in here. Not much perception checking happening. You guys did a nice clean out last time.
Well, that's not great, but 52.
52. You don't really seem. Yeah, you don't really see much in here. Again, it looks like it's some armor that's not amazing for you because it's heavier armor. The specific armors that you are looking for don't seem to be in stock. But you do remember that if you talked to the Spectre shopkeeper, he has made a list for you guys of stuff that he could keep track of for you.
I will do that then. I'm gonna put in an order for the Batarian Talon gauntlets
Okay.
and for the skirmish armor.
And that's body armor, correct?
It is.
Okay.
And what I would like him to do is to send it to Arissa, care of my name.
Okay.
If we're not there to collect ourselves.
Okay.
Does he also happen to have a second stun baton available?
He does not.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, you guys kind of picked him clean last time. You guys loaded up.
It's very fair. So.
And I want to take a look to see if I can find the Hope Light armor.
Okay.
And how does he want a down payment?
No, because there's no guarantee of when they'll get it in.
Okay, so I'll just put it in my notes then.
Okay, and then I'm sorry, you're looking for the hoplite armor?
Light? Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a percentile. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Because I'm just combining with his, because again, it's slim pickings. Other than heavy armor, there doesn't really seem to be much in here as of right now.
And I will place an order with him if he comes across it.
Okay. He has made a note of that. The little Turian behind the counter. Alrighty.
Are we done, Drescar, or is there anything else we need to do?
Yes, done here for now.
I'll message Vera then.
And I'll message my friend. And I message, sorry, what's her name again?
Morsa.
Morsa. Sorry, writing it down. Morsa.
Nope, it's all good.
I'll message Morsa and say, I'm back on the Citadel. Would like you to take you up on your offer for me and my crew. And then after that, put dinner tonight. Question mark?
Okay. And several minutes go by before you get a response from her saying that her schedule is wide open for whenever you guys want to come in and would absolutely love to go to dinner. Winky emoji.
The Citadel has picked up the human tendency to use emojis.
We've already started. Why stop?
Dreska, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Vera to meet us back at the ship. I just need to pick up something before we head to the spa and drop off a few things.
I don't mind at all.
All right. And I'll message Vera to meet us back at the ship when she's finished with her activities.
Okay, so Vera, going back to you, what other errands are you finishing up?
So the first thing that I'm doing is just trying to find a place where I can get a secure extranet connection, so I can send a full report to the contact in the hierarchy that Iolus gave me.
Okay, and that's not too hard to find on the Citadel, especially since you kind of parted near the C-Sec section, and they've got great communications over there, so you could easily just wander over there and get off their Wi-Fi.
And that report will have all of our first interaction stuff with Cerberus in it, and the involvement of, I think he was a lieutenant commander, Nolio Sipsius, the Turian guy, his involvement in all of that, and then also the stuff that we experienced with Iolus, and that's all going to be sent to that contact.
Okay. And because you are military, you do have access to send that forward without having a nasty message saying that, you know, this is classified, you can't send it, blah, blah, blah. So you have the proper codes to send that through. So you see that it has been received, and you get kind of a, what seems like a generic message back saying that this will be reviewed. And it does have your number on there to show that they do recognize you as Turian military.
Okay.
Robbie Landis and Escalia, thank you so much for those raids. Welcome, guys.
And
We love you all. Thank you so much.
As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to leave the area that I'm in. Then I am going to remove my Spectre badge. I'm going to remove my military colors. And I'm going to remove my Mimsy 6 badge as well. Basically anything that's like an identifier on me, I'm going to take it off. And then I'm going to see if I can track down an info broker.
Okay. Are you going to remove the M6 patch from your AI?
Yes,
How good are you with electronics?
that's a good question.
Because this will determine if you even need to roll or not. I know for a fact Jamar doesn't. That's like he can blink and it happens.
Not bad. I've got a +4.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's have you just roll in electronics.
Not rolling a d6. I'm rolling a d20.
Ooh, that would be a bad roll.
It's not bad. It's a 17.
That's still good enough. You're able to kind of disable that portion of the program and have that patch disappear from them. Where are we going, Lieutenant Vera?
We are going to see if we can procure some information, or find somebody that can procure information for us.
Is this to be in secret?
For now.
Would you prefer for me to call you Vera then?
Just call me V for now.
All right, I will refer to you as V.
And if we do happen to find somebody that can help us, don't answer any of their questions.
I will not answer any questions until you say otherwise.
Thank you. I'll begin my search.
Okay. So it's not too terribly hard. I mean, Citadel is, it's not Omega, but it's definitely not super squeaky clean from head to toe. So you do a little bit of some digging and asking around, and you're able to be led to a person that initially got your information when you tried to reach the ship that was shared with him, and leads you over to an area that looks like a restaurant, actually. Just kind of off in the corner, very quiet restaurant. Um, it doesn't look like it's a shady place, just a little more lowbrow. And you do see in the corner a figure in a coat, hood down and everything, and it is actually a Batarian in the corner, just eating away at what looks like a bowl of soup.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh God. That just is eating kind of like a bowl of what looks like ramen. It's the closest thing to kind of resemble this. And it's just eating. And he kind of waves you over like he's a friend that's been waiting for you to arrive.
And I'll go sit down at his table, trying my best to act as though he is someone that I know.
Okay. And Acelia sits next to you and just kind of sits there, just not saying a word, just kind of staring at the person. It's so good for you to come. It's been too long.
Far too long.
I hear that you are trying to get in touch with one of our older friends.
I am, yes. I don't suppose you've heard from Arleo Gratis recently.
Oh, Arleo, it's been too long with him. I suppose you want to find out maybe where he's been hanging out lately? Or some of his other friends?
I very much would. He and I go way, way back. And, I'd like to reconnect with him.
And you can see that on one side of his little ear hole pieces, facing away from where people can see him, is a cleverly placed what looks like a Bluetooth sticking out of it, and it's blinking every time you seem to speak. And as soon as it's done blinking, when you guys are done with that portion of the conversation, you get a little blip on a little data pad that you didn't realize was on the side of his bowl, and it's facing you. And on the data pad, you see a message popping up saying, how deep of information do you want from Arleo?
Do I get the sense that they want me to respond to this in any sort of specific way, or just continue kind of like the vague conversation?
You get the sense from this conversation that you can reply to this data pad, but try to keep the conversation going, not to arouse suspicion.
Okay. Well, Arleo and I go as far back as I can remember.
Old friends.
Very, very old friends. Childhood friends, you might even say.
You don't say. That's quite a friendship you guys have there. So long.
It is. He's, a curious man, and I'd just like to get reacquainted.
And while this is going on, are you typing on the data pad? And the bowl is cleverly placed to where if you put your hand behind it, it just looks like you just have your hands on the table.
Yeah, I'll type on the data pad and basically just plainly lay out that I want to know everything about him. Where he's from, how he grew up. I want to know who his neighbor was 2 doors down when he was 7 years old. Everything that there is to know about this man, I want to know it.
Okay. So as the conversation's going on, he, again, just trying to keep it as casual as possible, even slightly shifting the conversation to just kind of saying like, oh, so how's your trip been? Just kind of shifting so it's not solely focused on it. And back on the data pad, again, you see the Bluetooth blinking, and so you kind of get a sense that it's kind of a transmitter for him, to where it's almost like telepathy, if that existed, with Batarians, but it's through the Bluetooth.
Yep.
And so the data pad picks up saying that he will have a secure account sent to you with this information. Give him a few hours.
Okay. I will give him my contact information, though I get the feeling that he probably already has it somehow.
He already has it.
But I'll do it regardless, and I'll continue the conversation a little bit longer before kind of motioning to stand up. Well, it's been wonderful speaking with you. I hope we can chat again in the near future.
Of course. I do enjoy our talks, even though they're far and few in between, but you take care of the rest of your time on the Citadel, friend.
You as well.
And you see, as when he picks up the data pad and kind of slinks it into some other pieces of what looks like notebooks and stuff, you see him take a piece out from behind that data pad that you guys were communicating with and just throws this little small chip into the soup. And you see what looks like a little spark to fry it as he gives you a pat on the shoulder and walks out.
Okay, and I will wait until he's out of sight. Then I'll wait a little bit longer. Then I'll get up and start making my way back to our ship.
Okay. And at that point, because you were kind of making the conversation look convincing between them, what they had to do, you just reached the ship probably a good few minutes before they catch up to the ship. And so you guys are now back together.
Yeah, good. You're here. Come inside with me. I just need to pick up a few things. I'm going to do the arm link again and pretty much drag her inside.
Oh, okay.
And when we get inside, I actually technically drag her to her own room.
Also,
Okay.
quick note, on the way back to the ship, I would have put all of our patches and stuff back on.
Okay. Okay. So you see the Varen, running back and forth in their cage, just happy to see that you've returned.
You know what? Once Athelia and I are in the room and the door is closed, I'll let them out.
Okay.
See how they do with somebody else in the picture.
So at first they come off a little protective, but then they get a whiff of Athelia's scent and they go, oh, we recognize this scent. And then after knowing that it's not an enemy, they basically do zoomies around the room, getting all that energy out. Not jumping on the bed, though.
And I'm going to make my way over to Vera's closet, and I'm going to start combing through, trying to find something nice for her to wear.
Can I ask what you're doing, rifling through my things?
Trying to find some clothes. You can't go to the spa wearing that. It's not customary.
Go to... Oh, right, the spa.
It's not customary, and we have to doll you up because you're me and your competition.
Competition?
Mm-hmm.
Is there going to be some sort of tournament happening?
Not exactly.
Well,
Just trust me on this, Vera.
Okay. What sort of things do you usually wear to a spa?
More look for something that's not, like, super, like, club nice, but it needs to be, like, nice.
what do you have, Vera? That's up to you. You did buy a couple of nice clothes when you guys were last here
True.
for the club, but
Did.
what else do you have?
Well, if you ask Vera for something nice, she'll go, well, I've got my military uniform over there.
That's fair. Casual nice.
She's probably got some clothing that is similar in style to that dress that she wore last time we went out. Some of it that has, more layers and is a little more like ball gown type fancy, and then some of it that has less layers that's like casual beach type of fancy.
Casual beach will have to do. You'll pull that out. Jake, put this on, please. And then she's going to make her way over to your bathroom. Not even stopping to see if you have any makeup in there whatsoever.
She doesn't.
Didn't think so. Well, after you get dressed, we'll have to head over to my room for the rest of the supplies.
The rest of the supplies.
Yes. We're not done yet.
Okay.
And I will drag out her Do you have actual heels in your closet?
No.
Damn it. The nicest
They-
shoes that she has that aren't like
She
military
has
uniform.
one pair of shoes, and it's the boots that go with her suit.
That is
Like
right.
her-
You don't wear shoes.
Yeah.
So she'll take a
Yep.
look at the bottom of the shoes, go, oh yeah, close the
Weird
closet again.
Turian feet.
And then I'll wait impatiently for you to get dressed.
And she will very awkwardly get dressed.
Okay.
Probably pretty awkward because Cecilia doesn't realize that she's staying in your room while you're getting dressed.
So, not big on privacy then. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not the first time I've gotten dressed in front of somebody. I just wasn't sure what was happening here.
Do you want me to ask her out, V?
Oh, you can call me Vera again, and it's fine. And, no, she can stay.
All
I
right.
apologize. It's a culture thing. We don't really bother.
I get it. It's fine. I'm used to it. You get used to dressing and undressing in front of other people in the military. It's just kind of, you all go to the locker rooms and get ready type of thing.
Ah. Well, if I make you uncomfortable, I can leave.
No, it's fine. I wouldn't mind an explanation, though, as to what's happening here.
One, it's customary when you go to the spa, and two, I told you have competition.
That's the part I'm not clear about.
I mean, this is one of Jeskar's old friends that we're meeting. You have to look nice
For his friend?
to show her how much prettier you are
Then Dreskar?
than her.
I don't really understand, but okay.
When she's done getting dressed, she'll link arms again and drag her down to Athelia's room.
Okay.
Try and find something that looks good with her complexion.
Okay.
And as I'm being dragged out of the room, just kind of call back. Acelia, can you put the Vera back in their cage?
I can do that. And you see her, like, right before you leave the door, her fairly successfully rounding up the Varen pretty quickly, so.
When I do Vera's makeup, it's just going to be kind of trying going for that subtle but nice makeup. Not overpowering.
Right.
And then I'm going to get dressed myself because I'm not going to make her the only one dressed up. But I'm
Right.
also going to go for less nice than hers. Trying to make her the star.
Of course. Okay.
Before, probably after a good amount of time, we come back out to meet Dreskar.
Okay. Dreskar, you see both the girls that made a wardrobe change.
Dreskar's already gone because you took too long, and now he didn't want to be late for his appointment, so no.
This asshole. Just kidding.
Wait, did you really? Because I
No.
believe that. Okay.
Well, don't you both look nice? He's wearing almost exactly the same thing he was wearing before.
Almost?
Are we good? He maybe got cleaned up a little. He
Okay.
doesn't want to
He's-
go.
He's going to dinner.
We just got off a how long ship flight? Like
Yeah. I'd hope
it
you
was
showered
turn
between then.
it was turn in the assignment, then come back, get cleaned up a little bit, put on clean clothes.
Wait, so you didn't get cleaned up for the Spectre beforehand?
No, we had to get the scientists to the med
God,
bay.
you're the
We had
worst.
to get
You
the
had 2
sci-
weeks. You had
Look,
2
he
weeks
got a
to
little bit
shower
of
and
blood
clean.
on him escorting the Solarian around.
I'm offended for Arissa. Okay, so you see him cleaner. Then I take it it's just the 3 of you heading to the spa.
Are you planning on going out later this evening?
I thought we were going out now.
We were just
Well,
getting
we're
ready for the
going
spa.
to most of this is going to more than likely come off at the spa.
Stop
Should you
pointing the
choose to
star.
receive a massage, that is.
I'm not really sure what's happening right now, but
Vera, have you never had a spa treatment?
I can't say that I have. No.
Jeez, Dresscar, we got her dressed up for her first spa day. Don't have to.
Oh, fine.
Doesn't she look nice?
I said she looked very nice. I said you look nice as well. You do. Well, this way. And he'll move them along the way.
Should
Okay.
I bring Acelia along, or should she stay here?
That's entirely up to you, although it might be a little odd having an AI just standing around watching. They can't really do anything for her.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. Acelia, maybe you should stay here. Just, I don't know, hang out with Jamar, get to know him a bit.
Would you like me to assist him with any projects he has?
Sure, if he needs the assistance.
All right, I will go hang out with Jamar then. Please take care, Vera.
You as well.
She waits for you to leave before she closes the door behind you.
We'll one more time reach out to the rest of the crew if they want to join us, and one more time reach out to Arissa to see if she wants to join us. And yeah.
So Mel is kind of in the zone right now with trying to make sure everything is tip-top shape for the engine. And then Mercy just kind of comes around the corner and she's like, I want to go. Can I come?
You do? You absolutely may.
It's not
It was
just
all
an
right
adult
with your
thing.
father, right?
Dad,
No,
can
it's-
I go? He said yes.
No, it's not just for adults. Children deserve rest and relaxation as well.
Plus, you got such a good kill that you need this. You deserve this.
I do deserve this. Okay, let's go. Wait, do I need to get dressed up too?
If you want to.
Well, I feel underdressed in just my pants and jacket. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go change. I'll be right back. So she's gonna run quickly back to her room, and a few minutes goes by before she comes back out, and she's wearing this t-shirt with some overalls on, but they're the shorts overalls that are kind of rolled up a little bit, and it looks like she kind of stitched herself what looks like like a palm tree kind of, and it's got like little sparkles around it. You could tell that she kind of stitched it on there herself with her sewing kit.
You
Okay, I'm
forgot
ready.
something. You forgot something. I'm gonna pull out like a little M6 emblem and attach it to the front of her overall. Can't go out without
Yes. Of course, I have to represent. Say yes. And so she holds on to your hand. Actually, she gets in between both of you, and she tries to hold both Vera and Athelia's hand.
that.
She's happily starts walking with you guys.
I was gonna offer her a on the shoulder ride if she wanted it, but
She's pretty happy just being with the girls right now. This is where we're going to go ahead and take our last break. And we're going to go ahead and just take a quick little break while we do the last part of this episode. And we will be right back. So get up, move around, and refresh. We'll see you guys soon.
bolt mechanism.
And we are back.
Hi. I'd say we go with
So-
that.
I'm out of coffee.
Oh no, you should go
That's
get
not
some
good.
more.
No. Literally, I went to make it and I don't have any ground, and I'm like, well, I don't have time to deal with this right now. So
Oh my, that's a sin.
it is, but it's one that I'm going to have to live with for now.
So I'm gonna test this real quick. Hopefully it's good music and not like. No, that's
It's a
not.
little ominous.
That's not. That's. Give me nice music, man.
Well,
No,
you're fighting
that's-
nice music.
Yeah.
I would like to note that Athelia is walking slow enough that Dreskar has to walk in front of us.
Okay. All right, so you guys make your way towards the spa where Morsa resides, and you are greeted by an Asari receptionist.
I mean, I could just match your pace, and if you continue to slow, I'll be like, do we need to stop?
No, it's just the shoes. The shoes are hard sometimes.
I've spent my whole life matching pace of shorter-legged people.
It's also, a little hard to have you lead the way when you're walking next to us. We don't know when you're going to turn. And we don't know where we're going.
So he'll keep match pace, and he'll be like, right here, left here.
You're just getting glares every once in a while. Athelia, that make
Yeah.
no sense.
Okay. So you guys make your way, like I said, to the front, and you see an Asari receptionist sitting there. Welcome to our spa. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Yes, Morsa should have put in an appointment for me and my friends here.
Oh, yes, of course. Are you all going to be working with her today, or is it just one of you?
I think, at least for massages, we'll all need our own masseuse, of course.
Of course, yes. I can at least put you all in the same room with her and then just kind of assign the other specialists as she pleases. So, yes, please come on in over
That's
here.
fine. Thank you.
And so she takes you back into a room where there's a bunch of couches. There's some soft music playing that I'm still trying to find. Because apparently nice soft music doesn't exist.
No,
Uh,
all battle
Meditation.
music all the time.
Meditation
seriously.
music.
No.
That's
Is
soft
drinking
music.
that's drinking at the bar music. All right.
I would 100% meditate to that.
Yep. Well, I have another idea. So if you hear random music going on in the background, it's me trying to set the mood, but apparently everything is like battle only. Which is dumb. Nope. This is gonna suck. Anyway, so you guys are in the spa. There's a lot of couches around. You see that there's some really soft looking beds. And it takes you a few moments before Dreskar, you see the familiar Asari face coming in, and she's got a big smile on her face. I'm so glad you took me up on my offer.
Well, I did promise, didn't I?
Well, I don't know how busy you are with your spy life. We never know.
Still, I try to at least live up to my promises whenever I can.
Well, good. I'm glad. So, I see you brought some of your crew members. Very nice to meet you. I am Morsa. And who are all of you to him?
This here is Vera. This is Athelia. And this little ball of delight is Mercy.
Hi, nice to meet you. You're very pretty. Well, thank you. So are you. And did you all want a full spa treatment or something more specific? We do everything from physical, mental, we can do meditations, we can do kind of some different kind of bath techniques, like it's a mud bath or any kind of other spa treatment, and completely up to you guys.
Well, it turns out this is Vera's first time to a spa, so whatever you recommend will probably be best.
Oh, you've never come to a spa before. Well, you are in for a treat. What
I've
do you
heard
like?
it's a good time. I, I don't really know.
Mostly regimented exercise from what I've seen.
Well, yes.
Oh.
I do spend a lot of time, working on myself.
Let me guess. Military?
Of course.
Of course. Well, we definitely would probably want to get you in for a full body massage for deep tissue massaging to kind of help with those muscles since you are more on the athletic side. If you like, we can also do a nice pleasant air bath for you where you just kind of go in. It's like a sauna, but it breathes air upwards towards you to kind of give you this relaxing state.
You had me at sauna.
Perfect. We will get you situated. And for you, my dear, what would you like? And she looks over at Athelia.
I'll just do the same thing with Vera.
Oh, okay,
Only less
perfect.
deep, please. Not very athletic.
Oh, of course. We can do just a more gentle massage on you where it's more of just relaxation as opposed to getting all the kinks and knots out of the muscles. Just more relaxing tone for you. And then what about you, Dreskar?
First, Mercy here is basically our second command. She keeps the ship running when we are away.
Oh.
She is often treated like a princess, but she deserves to be treated like a princess today.
Does that mean I get a tiara?
Whatever you want.
Well, I mean, we don't have tiaras per se, but we can make you
I'll
feel
lean
like a
over to her.
princess.
I'll lean over to her. I'll pay you extra to have somebody go run out and get one.
Oh, you're serious? Okay. Yeah. Well, either way, we'll make you feel like a princess, if nothing else.
You said mud. Is mud relaxing?
Oh,
To
very
some people,
relaxing.
yes.
I want to play in the mud.
Well, you don't necessarily play in the... Yeah, no, you can play in the mud. We'll get you in a little suit so you can play in the mud.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Vera, you're going to play in the mud with me too, right? And Athelia?
Oh, of course.
Only if you don't
Yes.
throw it.
I make no promises. I will not try to throw it in your direction.
Suppose that's all I can really ask for.
Okay, yay.
Excellent. And what about you, Dreskar?
My usual will be perfectly fine.
Perfect. Do you want me to keep up the mental regiment as well to help relax your mind?
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, are you not going to be joining us?
I'm sure some of the sessions will overlap.
For the massages, we can all have you in the same room, unless, of course, you prefer your own separate rooms. We can arrange that. But if you'd rather be all together for at least the massage portion of it, I can certainly arrange that. That's no trouble.
Unfortunately, treatments such as the mud and anything dealing with excessive moisture isn't particularly great for our health.
That's right, yes. I apologize. It slipped my mind.
Oh, don't apologize. I hope you enjoy it.
We can at least stick together for the massages.
Of course. So I actually could do Dreskar, of course. I can have a couple other people. I would have a nice, a stronger person in here actually to do your massage, Vera, and then we can all kind of separate when it comes to the other special treatments we got for you guys. Are you guys comfortable getting undressed? We do have towels and some robes.
Yeah,
I have no problem.
That's fine.
I definitely don't want to get your pretty outfits dirty, of course. You look so nice for a day out.
Thank you. It
Why
was
couldn't you
really
get this guy?
all Athelia's doing.
Don't
Really?
give you all the credit. You wear it so well.
You you literally came into my room, chose my clothes, and then drew on my face. So it was all your doing.
But you wear it well. All of that wouldn't have mattered if you did not wear it well.
Well, she's got great taste, because look how well it turned out. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, how come you couldn't get this guy to dress up?
We're working on it.
I no, Can we get started?
Of course, never wanted to ever talk fully about yourself. All right. Well, here's some robes over here for you and some towels. Go ahead and get undressed and we'll get started. So you guys are able to have a nice relaxing massage. It is all Asari that are in here with you guys, mainly because the spa does both physical and mental, and they're, of course, the best people to help you mentally relax and everything. So they do a great job. Vera, you actually feel very relaxed. It kind of hurts at first because they're squeezing pretty hard on your muscles. And even though you're strong, you're still pretty skinny. But after they start loosening up the knots and everything, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's just exactly what you needed. And so after a while, the knots started to feel nice and loose, and you're able to relax for most of it. And then after a while, you guys get separated into the different areas. We have Morsa doing the mental part on Dresscar to help just relax and calm his mind. Both you, Athelia, and Vera do share that sauna. And Mercy just kind of doesn't want to be alone. So until the mud bath, she actually joins you guys in the sauna. And she's just kind of hanging out with you guys for a moment.
So why'd we get dressed up if we were just gonna take the clothes off anyway?
Vera had to look nice for a competition.
I still haven't seen this competition that you're talking about.
It already happened.
What is she competing for?
Am I in the
She'll
lead?
know. She'll know when she is. If you are.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, congratulations, I think.
Thank you, I think.
I'm so confused.
I'm with you.
Is it like the prettiest dress or something? Or
Sure.
something else? I really have no idea.
She needed to be the prettiest one in the room, and she was.
Oh, well, I mean, you're pretty too.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
mean, like I said, this was your doing, so I think
And-
the credit kind of goes to you.
As I said, if you did not wear it so well, it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, credit goes to both of us then.
I mean, if I had thrown a Volus in the same outfit, it would not have worked.
Yeah, I think my
That'd be
clothes
funny.
are more meant for
Right?
Turians.
Speaking of Volus, I take it you knew who you sent us to.
You guys actually went then.
Oh, we did. It was quite the time. We're having some stuff delivered. We did tell him though if his delivery boy wasn't peppy, you'd come back and file a complaint for us.
Let me guess. It was that drab Turian, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. He also got your name wrong. We told him if
Again.
it happened again that there'd be problems.
Yeah, I told him that last time as well.
Well, now Ep knows. And
So-
F pep in
he
your
seemed
step?
inclined.
That's the one. Yeah. He
F
actually
pep in your
had
step?
stuff worth buying then.
He did. We got a few items. I think Dresscar picked up something for his room. I picked up something for mine, and then Jamar got practical items.
Everything about Jamar is practical.
This is true. That makes him so
What?
endearing, though.
I want to
does,
go to
I-
Ep's pep in your step, though.
We'll take you next time.
Next
Okay,
time,
then.
yes. Next
Good.
time, and you can pick up and touch all the merchandise you want.
You can touch everything.
Can I run around with it?
We'll take you to the candy store first, too.
Of course.
Okay, yay.
Nice and sticky.
Good. So what'd you guys buy?
He was most accommodating, but he was terrified. It was funny.
So he had a good inventory to show you then? Because I told Jamar to ask for the good stuff, but I didn't actually know if he had good stuff.
He had what he claimed to be good stuff. Jamar found a couple things that were satisfactory. I told him to improve upon it. So we'll see next time.
Well, maybe we'll make this a regular thing then.
I think
not
we should.
not so much the terrorizing part that can
We were perfectly friendly.
weaned off over time, but if he proves himself to be a valuable asset to us, he'll have repeat customers.
We were nothing
Wait.
but friendly.
Does that mean we can make requests to him so he can have it in a shop?
Yes, you can.
I want a carousel. Let's go back.
I should give you his contact information, Mercy, and you can send him all the requests you want.
Just make
Well,
sure
I have to
to
ask
mention
Dad
that
first.
Vera had asked you to send it.
Okay.
You got a name
I'll
drop.
ask Dad. And because I'm not allowed to have a lot of contacts, because stranger danger and people hacking and all that stuff, so I'll have to ask Dad first.
You should possibly
That's
have
fair.
Jamar secure your Omni tool as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we technically did before, because Daddy's really good about that with his job, but, I mean, he said it was good, but I know Jamar's really cool, so he could probably do better.
I'm sure he can. I don't think there's anything that he can't do when it comes to electronics and the like.
Yeah, no, he makes the best stuff. I practice with my guns all the time.
I am a little bit concerned about leaving Isilia with him. You don't think he's gonna, augment her or something, is he?
I doubt it'd be in a way that's not beneficial.
What does augment mean?
Add on to.
Oh, like an outfit?
That's one way to augment someone, sure.
Speaking of which, how come you didn't bring her here? She probably wants a massage too.
I suppose I should have asked her, but I don't know. Do AI enjoy massages?
I think they can.
Do AI enjoy?
They're not supposed to. If they do, we might have a problem. Because that's what happened with the gas.
Yeah. That's kind of my concern about leaving her with Jamar. He's the kind of person I get the feeling that, he'd unshackle an AI just to see if he could.
I think he has enough structures to know what you should and should not do.
Oh, I think he does, but I don't think that stops him sometimes.
Well, Mel
Yeah,
is
he's
there.
super
She
smart.
has a moral compass, so sure she could talk him out of it.
Well,
Anyways,
we'll
we're
see
missing
when
the
we
best part of the spa.
What's that?
When the girls go to the spa, we all have to ask each other some personal questions. So,
Oh.
Vera,
Like,
what about
truth
your,
or
can you
dare?
tell us about your family?
My family?
Yes. Do you
yes,
have any
yes, yes, yes.
siblings? Your parents in the military? What's just general? You don't have to go into anything specific.
Yeah, I've got parents, like most people do.
Oh,
I
Um,
don't. Not, well, you know,
You do.
my
you
human
have
ones.
Brockus.
I do. I love my daddy. I'm just saying human ones.
Well, you must have had them at some point.
Yeah, I did. I'm just glad that you have yours, is what I'm saying.
So am I. So, yeah, I've got them. I've got a brother and a sister. We're all mostly military. Different parts of the military, though. We aren't all soldiers.
What are
How
your
interesting.
siblings like?
You know, Mercy, you kind of remind me of my sister, but maybe not quite as much energy as you.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
We have to meet her then.
Yes.
Well,
We should take a picture and send it to her.
if we do ever, if you ever want to meet her, we'll have to get you some sort of environmental suit. A lot of radiation on Palaven.
Oh. Well, I mean, my suit does a really good job, so maybe an upgrade? An augmentation. Augmeration. Admiration.
Yes, yes, of course.
Cool.
Well, what about you, Athelia? Family?
Oh, I am an only child.
Parents?
My mother died a long time ago.
Oh, I'm
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, it was a very long time ago. It's still sad, but a lot of time has passed.
And your father?
Not really in the picture. Never knew him myself.
What happened to your
May-
daddy?
May I ask what he was? I'm sorry if that's uncouth. I don't really know your cultural standards too well.
Doesn't bother me none. He was Drell.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes.
You mean
He
like
left-
Dreskar?
Yes, like Dreskar. He left on assignment,
Ooh.
not aware that my mother's pregnant, never returned. Promised to. She spent a long time mourning that.
Oh.
Do you know what happened to him? Or did he just not come back?
He just never came back.
Have you ever looked for him?
I have not.
Well, we should send him a letter.
Is that something you want to do, or do you just not want to approach that in any way?
I think if he wanted to talk to me, he would have found me.
Well, if he didn't know that, you were in the picture, maybe he doesn't know that you're out there.
It's kind of a moot point at this point, though.
I suppose, but still, if it was me, I'd want to know if I had a daughter out there somewhere.
Maybe you just need to say hi to him.
I think I'd be a little alarmed if you didn't know you had a daughter.
As would I, but
Well, unless it was within a sorry. Then maybe
the
you wouldn't
galaxy
know.
is a strange place, so you never know.
Well, I think we should look for him. So you can say hi and tell him all about the cool adventures you're on.
I highly doubt he's still alive.
Oh no, what happened?
How old are you exactly?
I am. Well, I would say you never actually lady your age, but we're all ladies in here, so about 357 years old.
Oh, I don't know if Drell
Whoa.
lived that long.
No, they don't.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, you're so old but look so pretty. What's your secret?
I'm an Asari.
I don't know what that means, other than you're just pretty and you look like my sisters.
It's normal for my race. And
To
one
look
of the
pretty
Asari
when you're
race-
old?
Yes, we live a very long time.
Oh my
I'm
god.
barely an adult by our standards.
and Mercy, they are just as pretty for the entire duration of their lives.
Oh, that's so lucky. Wow, 300 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy. Do you live
Which is
that long
why-
too, Vera?
No, not quite.
Your daddy might have. He lives a long time. His species lives
Yeah,
a long time
daddy's-
as well.
Daddy's like older, what he says. He doesn't give me his exact age, but he says he's older for a Krogan. I don't know what that means.
Mm. It means he's probably older than I am.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. I'm pretty sure he's told me his age. I just don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
We should try to find out.
Okay.
We should. That should be our next mission. We can't
How
tell
old
him
are
we're
you?
trying to find out, though.
How old do Krogans usually live till? Like 400?
A lot longer than that.
500?
Get close to 1,000, don't they?
Yeah, double that at least.
Wow. What if Daddy's over 1,000?
He
That's-
might
I-
be.
He might be.
I can't even, like... I can't even. That's just wow.
Long time. A lot of children
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. Whoa. Wait, so how old does that make you then, Vera?
I suddenly feel a little bit inadequate. I'm 27.
And by your species standards, that's perfectly adequate.
Yeah.
I mean, I was right on track with others my age until, no longer in the military.
I think you're now farther above him. You work for a Spectre.
I would like to think there's some level of, how do I put this without boosting my ego? Some level of pride in what I'm doing right now.
It's always good to have pride in what you're doing.
Oh, of course.
I do have a weird question. And I'm sorry if this like offends you. I'm just curious because my sister's has a lot of these and loves telling like stories of how they got them. But what happened to this right here as she points to a scar over on your shoulder blade? What happened here?
That was the reason why I was discharged from the military. It was a boarding of another vessel that took a very bad turn. We lost some good people. I lost a very dear friend of mine, and I almost lost my own life in the process. But I'm getting better. I'm recovering. So
Good.
it's not all bad, I suppose.
Well, it looks cool. It looks badass.
Thank you.
It's hot in here.
Isn't it wonderful?
I mean, it was. But now I'm just sweaty.
That's the whole fun of it. You sweat out all the gross, dirty things. And then you're left with nothing but good stuff.
But what's the point of me sweating out all the dirty things when we're just gonna go in some mud?
So that you could absorb the mud's healing properties.
That's confusing, but I like it.
So I have another question, Athelia.
Yes.
You seem like a very innocent person, or at least innocent personality. What were you doing on Omega?
I was looking for a weapon maker.
A weapon maker.
He was known to be quite adept at what he did, and I was looking for a teacher.
Did you find him?
I did not. Kind of gave up. Omega was not the place for me.
Not the place for me either. Does this weapon maker have a name?
He does. Let me check my notes. It was way back here.
Many eons ago, when we were first babies on Omega. 2.5 months ago.
Hang on. I know where it's at. It's in my actual backstory.
It's so far back I can't even remember.
Prodigy is his name.
Do I recognize that name at all?
Make a history check.
Yeah, it's middle of the road. Well, it's above middle of the road. That's an 18.
You remember hearing that name when you were on Omega. That's about it.
So you never found this weapon maker. Did you think about asking Jamar? I mean, he's a really skilled weapon maker. He might know of others.
did ask him over on Omega. He said it wasn't familiar.
Ah, well, that's too bad.
I'm so hot.
Shall we move on to the mud?
Yes, please.
Are you ready, Vera?
As ready as I'll ever be.
You at least having fun at the spa?
It is relaxing, a lot more so than I thought it would be.
Good. We'll have to make sure we visit, not too frequently, but frequently enough.
How much is this going to cost? Because I looked in my account earlier today and I do not have anywhere near as much as I thought I did.
Your dress card's covering it.
Okay.
Was that sudden realization of, oh shit, I'm poor.
Worst case scenario, I'll spot you for yours as well.
Much appreciated.
And so you guys eventually move on to the mud bath. And it's at this point that Dreskar, you have, you're done from doing the mental one, and now you're doing kind of what is sort of mimics a sonic bath that you usually do. It's just a lot more relaxing, and it's a little bit slower flow, just so it could just kind of relax the muscles. And Morsa's there with you, just trying to, again, she's more of just kind of massaging your head, just helping you out, and you can feel some of her biotic energy, just trying to relax deeper into your mind. So, any crazy adventures you care to share for me?
Well, let's see here. There was saving a human colony, fighting a rather odd undeadish thing. Let's see here. There was a large horned beast that we took down.
A lot of creatures in your adventures, it sounds like.
And there was this big bird thing on this last planet. Things that like to spew poison at you.
Oh. Lots
He's
of
saying this all kind of with a hint of sarcasm because he knows most people won't believe the kind of things he says he does.
Oh, so big, scary animals. And what is your mission this time around for your spy work?
Nothing currently active.
Oh, so you're free to stick around a little bit longer then?
Well, we are trying to help this one specter. But it's all very top secret hush hush.
Oh, of course. Of course. But you're working for a specter.
Yes, lots of fun.
Oh,
Get
I
access
bet.
to some of the good stuff.
And which one are you working with out of the array of fun specters out there?
Again, kind of hush hush.
Oh, you're not even going to give me that much.
I mean, there's plenty of specters out there. Take your pick.
That's why I'm asking. You're always so secretive. You never want to talk about yourself.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be much good at my job if I just gave away all my secrets.
Well, I mean, you don't have to give me all of your secrets, but even just talking about yourself, I mean, I get what little I can from your mind when I calm it down, but it's just all emotions that I calm down. It's not necessarily images, unless you want me to take a peek. She winks at you.
Oh, that's fine. Wouldn't want to frighten you.
No, no, of course not. Always thinking of the lady.
Well, let's see here. About myself. What could I share about myself? Well,
Do you have any siblings?
None that I know of. Suppose it's possible. You know the typical story since the Drow were saved by the Hanar, offering up their children to the Hanar as recompense for saving us.
So you don't know where your parents are? Or siblings if you had any?
Every once in a while I get an itch to check in, but I don't really see the point. I didn't really know them.
Hmm. That's too bad. I'm sure it gets lonely doing what you do.
Well, that's why I have friends.
You do a lot of female friends, I can tell.
Well, you never know where you're going to end up. So,
Well, it makes me
help.
feel left out.
Well, I mean, whenever I'm in the area, I try to make sure to contact you.
Good. I'm just jealous you're just surrounded by all these women and I get so little of your time.
Yes, I've been going around the galaxy, almost quite literally around the galaxy, with this group. There's some rough around the edges, but everyone's quite capable.
Well, that's always good. Need to have a
We've,
nice strong bond.
they are they are very good friends.
Nothing serious with any of them. She gives you a pouty face.
Get a little smirk. No.
Good. Well, you just keep doing your spy work, and I expect stories, no matter how far fetched in here. They make my dull days go by a little bit better.
He'll go into a story that he's very much hyper embellished. Uh, just to send it over the top. But if you were to actually whittle it down, it probably wouldn't be too far from the truth. Um, just just to kind of keep the mood light and keep her entertained.
Okay, and she continues to kind of flirt, but also ask questions, just kind of get to know more of what's going on. Very interested in the story. And during this time, the other ladies are taking their mud bath, and Mercy does a pretty good job trying not to throw it at anyone specific. And so after everyone gets cleaned up and has a nice relaxing spa day, before you guys leave, an Asari comes around the corner and hands Mercy a little tiara. Like, I was told to give this to you. I hope you enjoyed your spa day. Oh my gosh, I really got a tiara. And it's nothing like super crazy. You can tell it was like made for kids, but it made her happy. So it's like, thank you. I want to come back and get more tiaras.
We'll have to wait a while, but next time we do.
Well, you can't have too many tiaras, otherwise they'll confuse which princess you are. Maybe true. Okay, I'll think about it, but I like this one. And then Morsa comes around the corner and she's like, well, I hope you enjoyed your time here, had some relaxation, but don't be a stranger coming back. And don't worry about a thing. I miss Dresscar too much. This is on the house.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the treatments.
It was very nice. Very
Good.
relaxing.
I'm glad. Now I know I hogged up all of his time, but next time I would love to get to know you ladies a little bit more.
Well, of course. As would we.
Perfect. Well, don't be strangers. You are more than welcome to come back. And hopefully you can feed me much more stories and details than this one over here who likes to keep some things hush-hush.
You know Dresscar, he keeps everything to himself. At least all the good stuff.
Well, it makes me happy knowing he does it to everyone, it sounds like. Well, I have other appointments. You run along, and again, come back and see me. And she winks at Dresscar. And I'll see you tonight.
Yes, you will.
You had to think for a moment, didn't you?
No, I had to unmute myself.
Oh. So as you guys kind of make your way back to the ship, a good, 3 or 4 hours has gone by at this point. And it's not until later that evening, Dresscar is getting ready to head out, when Vera, you get a ping from an unknown source from your Omni tool. And you know that this is from earlier in the day.
I will check that ping, see what it says exactly.
Okay. Are you doing this in your room, or are you doing this out anywhere else?
Glancing at it just wherever I happen to be at the moment, and if it looks like it's perhaps something that I want to keep private, I will go to my room to actually give it a thorough read.
Okay. So you're kind of out in the open right now. So you could probably just easily, I mean, it's a big enough ship, you can easily find a place to kind of get a little bit of privacy at least. And you open it up and you see it's encrypted. He did give you a code so you can unlock it and everything so you can find it. And so you see a dossier that says Arleo Gratis, and underneath is a little message from your Batarian contact that says, I'm not sure if this will satisfy you or not, but this was very hard to find. And all you see is a name, which is Arleo Gratis, his location, which you already knew was Omega, his birthplace, which was, Pavius, the Turian homeworld.
Palaven?
Palaven, thank you. And that is it.
It doesn't list a city on Palaven, just the planet itself. It's covering his tracks. I knew he had something to hide.
And that is all you get.
Okay. Not as much as I was hoping for. Nothing that I didn't already know or assume, but the man did a job. So I will. Is there an account attached to that I could send a payment to?
You could, yes. So because it wasn't a lot of information, he's kind of not charging you his full amount because it was kind of disappointing. So more of just the work. And so he's just asking for 20,000 credits.
Okay. I will hope I'm not going to overplay my hand here, but I'm going to send 10,000 with a note attached to it that simply says, triple your asking price for better info.
Okay. You don't get an email back.
Okay.
But you do see a blip on your Omni tool.
A blip? What sort of blip?
A blip. You just notice that it looks like a little light kind of turned on in the corner, and it was just so quick you didn't see it. Well, you saw it, but it was so quick.
Okay.
How much money do you have right now?
A real poor. I have, after sending that 10,000, I have 1,718 credits left.
Okay. He takes the rest of that.
I thought he might, which is why I'm not concerned about retaliating, because that's literally like pennies in this galaxy.
Yep.
I gave him the last 20 on me, and he took the 3 cents I had left in my pocket.
Yep. Making a point. Okay. And with that, we are going to end this session.
Oh, really quick before turning in,
Yes.
Athelia will send a message to Arleo talking about the spa day and how it was Vera's first time and
You're gonna, you're,
all the details.
you're going to deny me the pleasure. Fine.
No, I can do it.
He does have something he needs to
No,
do.
that's true. Yeah, I just realized that we have a little bit of time left. I don't know why I misread that. I thought it was like 11:27. So yeah, no.
Nope.
We're doing
When
it.
they come back, I'm gonna ping Dreskar when they come back
Okay.
with a
This
simple
is the
note.
part
Come see
where I
me in my
get dressed
workshop.
up.
You bastard.
This is where I get dressed up. I will go see him in his workshop.
And you see Acelia there, just kind of standing behind him, a few feet back, just sitting there waiting to be assisted in any way.
Have she
Oh.
been over your shoulder this whole time?
No, I would have made her help me organize this place.
Oh, okay.
I have work to do. I don't have time to do things like that. Organize.
And she's
Anyways,
OCD.
with Dreskar, when you walk in, there is what looks like a 2 foot by 1 foot weapon case sitting on the edge of the desk with your name attached to it.
Gift?
That's yours. Athelia bought the original parts, and I upgraded it.
Take a look, and I'll open the case.
And what does he see, Jamar?
He sees what was. Was he around when Athelia bought the original revolver?
Technically, no.
You
Not for
see
that
what
shop.
you're probably sure was at one point a fairly antique weapon. Most of the original parts outside the frame have been stripped. It has been refitted. Oh my god, one moment. Let me find this. Let me find it. So it is a high polished metal with basically white metalwork over top. Zoro, everything on the list is good, by the way, that I sent you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So it looks like the what used to be probably some sort of revolver chamber for original ammo has been stripped out. It has the ability to now take thermal clips. The entire top was milled down, and a hollow sight was replaced on there, going the entire length of the gun. And the whole thing is now matching as one very overhauled but still true to form revolver.
Prescott will look down at this and Tamara, this is beautiful work.
Also, a side note, you're probably the only person that can fire that. And as you try to pick it up, you'll realize that the grip glows quickly in a faint blue, and you hear a click as it unlocks.
Are there any I mean, this is basically a weapons lab. So I assume there's a firing range.
There's a makeshift firing range, yes.
Okay. So Dreskar will grab it and hold it, feel the weight. Tamara, this is almost too beautiful to use. almost, and he'll snap it out at aiming at whatever targets in the room, and really quickly pull the trigger twice.
And so as it is released, you realize that this weapon is really light. And so you believe that this not only does have the light feature, but because of how light and slender and sleek it looks, it does have hip fire.
Okay.
And as you go ahead and you shoot it, you notice that it does quite a bit of damage, and it looks like that there is some light that just kind of bursts from it once it's completed and hits the target.
Really? Tell me more. What does this mean?
Okay, so what it does, I know, tell me everything. So this pistol basically is what it's labeled as. It does 2d8 piercing damage plus 1d12 radiant damage.
The
Meet your new hand cannon.
And it's a light weapon?
It is a light weapon, and it has hip fire ability.
Oh boy.
And so far, it is just called Jamar's Revolver. It is up to Jamar or you, since he is the weaponsmith, or you, to give this bad boy a name.
So to
It's the
complete
privilege
picture,
of the wielder to name it.
So to complete the picture, Dreskar has picked this thing up, feels the weight, says what he said, snapped his arm out, and bang bang. And you just see his knees buckle a little bit, like, oh yeah, you know. You know that feeling when you're just really happy with something? You just, yes. So he'll look at Jamar and he will ask, do you have a name for it?
No, that's your job. I just build them.
You do see his insignia that is a little altered from his previous one that you guys have seen, because he's like, well, fuck these assholes. So you do see it, the marking on it, to have his stamp and his signature for his weapon.
It's also got M6 stamped on the other side.
Oh, my heart.
Oh, this, I will have to take some time on this.
And I just sent you the stats on that gun, so you guys can know what the heat is as well.
Thank you.
And because it is a revolver, you know, the typical 6-shooter, because he was able to alter it, the heat is actually doubled, so it's now 12 before you would need to reload it.
This is pretty epic. Okay. All right. So, is there a holster in the box as well?
Do I
Is
look
there a
like a
holster
leather
in the
worker
box
to
as
you? No. That's a you problem.
Fair point.
Jamar. That's, yeah. It's like, fuck you, I make metal shit.
I make things to blow other things up. What do you want from me?
A holster, obviously.
No.
All right. So he'll tuck it away somewhere appropriate, and he'll look at Jamar. This is beautiful work, thank you. And he'll actually go in and hug Jamar.
Okay. Yep. We're doing that.
It's total bro hug status. It's
Big old pat on the back.
Yep. Just one hand reaches up. Pat.
then shoulders, smile, nod.
And now I have a shotgun to build for Brockus.
All on a typical day work for a Solarian.
And
As I said, Short lifespan. We got to make our mark.
Very true.
I'll say thank you again and make my way to my room to get ready for my date.
You're gonna polish again.
Yes, of course.
It's already polished.
I have other guns that need polishing.
And with that, that is where we are going to end. So I apologize. I didn't mean to rob you of that. For some weird reason, when I looked out of the corner of my eye, I thought it said 11:27. I was like, oh nope, that is a 1. That is 11:17. My bad.
I'm like, you're gonna make me wait an entire week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I apologize. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, no, this is happening. Fuck this. This is happening. So yes, thank you all for hanging out with us. We had a nice little lull on the Citadel with our other 2 players out, but we got a lot of information out, so I'm really excited to see what happens next with the Mimsy 6. So if you guys are new here, we do have several shows on this channel, actually. We have our Monday show, which is our Mass Effect Horizon show that I DM and bring the Mimsy 6 along their adventure, making them OP as fuck. But the game kind of does that for me anyway, so I'm just shooting my own foot. Anyway, we have our Tuesday game, which is our Campaign 3 of Destiny Forged. That is on Tuesday, so tomorrow we have Rojan walking us through that. Then we have our 2 alternating Saturday shows. We have Withered Waste, once again Rojan DMing us through that, which is a post-apocalyptic style game in the Wastelands. And then we have Azarin doing Wayward Wanderers, which is a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign, so it's a little bit more of a circus theme. If you guys miss any of our shows, we do post them up on YouTube, including our Behold Lore show that we have the first Saturday of every month. We also have all of our one-shots, our past campaigns and shows, and everything in between on there in case you can't watch it live or want to rewatch it. I do that from time to time. So, yes, we will see you guys back here next Monday for the continuation of this story. Otherwise, we will be back tomorrow for some Destiny Forged. Until then, guys, take care.